Below is the complete reimagined saga The Digital Architect Presents. George's R.B. story self-insert as Giovanni Azriel. Story 1, organized into 15 arcs and 200 chapters. In this version, every element from the original narrative is preserved and reorganized into a new structure. In a full manuscript, each chapter would be rendered into its own richly detailed narrative scene. The Digital Architect Presents. George's R.B. story self-insert as Giovanni Azriel. Story 1, a saga set in the transformative year 2042, when exponential technological progress and a secretive organization, Team Rocket Network, reshape reality itself. A clandestine plan to engineer the Mandela effect sparks a global struggle between TRN and a rebel faction called the Awakened. Meanwhile, an ordinary man named George R. B begins to realize that his own imaginative genius has unwittingly spawned this alternate universe through his alter ego, Giovanni Azriel. The following 15 arcs and 200 chapters chronicle this epic tale of creation, manipulation, rebellion, redemption, and a final convergence of worlds. Arc 1. Genesis of a New World Chapter 1. Dawn of 2042, the new day breaks over a world redefined by technological marvels, where every sunrise heralds unprecedented progress. Breakthroughs in automation and neural interfacing light the sky as cityscapes shimmer with digital energy. Citizens awaken to lives interwoven with AI companions and quantum networks that guide their every step. Skyscrapers pulse with the promise of innovation, while streets hum with the rhythm of progress. Yet beneath the glow of neon and data, a subtle uncertainty stirs in the hearts of the people. A sense of destiny lingers in the air, a premonition that something extraordinary is about to unfold. In hidden corners, whispers hint at forces shaping this brave new world from behind the scenes. The ordinary man, George R.B., sets out on his daily journey, unaware of his latent creative power. Every ray of morning light seems to carry a spark of untold possibility and quiet revolution. Thus, the dawn of 2042 heralds not only a new day but the birth of an epic saga. Chapter 2. Glimmers of innovation breakthroughs in AI, quantum computing, and neural interfaces set the stage for a future both wondrous and uncertain. Scientists unveil inventions that blur the lines between man and machine, igniting global excitement. Digital dreams manifest as interactive holograms that transform mundane life into a canvas of possibility. In labs and think tanks, collaborative genius fuels a cascade of innovations that dazzle the imagination. Each invention carries the dual promise of progress and the risk of unforeseen consequences. Amid the jubilation, quiet voices question if rapid change might unmoor society from its ethical moorings. Yet the momentum of innovation is unstoppable, sweeping across industries and borders alike. Every breakthrough becomes a stepping stone toward a reality both extraordinary and fraught with peril. The glimmers of innovation cast long shadows that hint at the power to both create and control. In this dazzling interplay of hope and danger, the future is being written one discovery at a time. Chapter 3. The unseen hand emerges. Rumors in digital forums hint at a secret organization called TRN, a conglomerate with mysterious aims. Whispers spread through encrypted networks, suggesting that TRN wields power far beyond conventional reach. Anonymous posts and coded messages fuel speculation about their ultimate goal, the manipulation of human memory. Some claim TRN is orchestrating a grand design, reshaping history to create an idealized future. The unseen hand of this shadowy collective seems to guide technological progress from behind the curtain. Its influence is felt in subtle shifts in public opinion and unexplained phenomena in everyday life. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the notion of an omnipotent force controlling memory sparks both awe and fear. Curiosity turns to alarm as more citizens notice discrepancies in their recollections of shared events. The digital ether buzzes with theories as the mysterious presence of TRN becomes impossible to ignore. In the silence of the online world, the seeds of revolution are sown by the mere suggestion of control. Chapter 4. TRN is born in shadowed boardrooms far from the public eye. TRN's founders convene to craft a new destiny. Cloaked in secrecy, these visionaries debate the creation of a utopia engineered by total control over human memory. They see a world free from war, poverty, and discord, a society reimagined through precise technological intervention. Blueprints of neural manipulation and memory alteration are drawn up with both brilliance and hubris. Behind closed doors, the architects of TRN prepare to rewrite history itself by altering how people remember. Their grand design promises stability and peace, but risks the very essence of personal identity. Every decision is weighed against the potential cost of freedom, yet the lure of a flawless society prevails. In the flickering glow of confidential projectors, the dark birth of TRN is set into motion. The founders, blinded by ambition, fail to foresee the moral dilemmas their creation will unleash. Thus TRN is born, a clandestine force destined to challenge the fabric of reality. Chapter 5. A vision of utopia within TRN's secretive inner circle, leaders passionately debate the merits of a world redefined by engineered truth. They envision a society where conflicts are erased, and every individual is united under a single harmonious memory. The idea of rewriting history is presented as the ultimate solution to humanity's enduring strife. Proponents argue that by sculpting collective memory, they can eradicate hatred and division. In their eyes, a perfect world is one where the past's imperfections no longer haunt the future. Yet even as the vision is painted in vivid hues of hope, doubts simmer beneath the surface. Critics question whether the sacrifice of genuine experience is worth the promise of eternal harmony. The utopia they seek is one of controlled narratives, a world where truth is as malleable as clay. Amid this debate, the line between salvation and subjugation grows increasingly blurred. The vision of utopia, as compelling as it may seem, is fraught with the peril of erasing human diversity. Chapter 6. The first stir of doubt whispers among intellectuals and free thinkers begin to challenge the notion of absolute control over memory. Scholars argue that the rich tapestry of human history, with all its flaws and lessons, is essential to true progress. Doubt emerges as a quiet counterpoint to TRN's overwhelming optimism for a rewritten past. In academic halls and underground gatherings alike, the question is posed: can perfection exist without the pain of history? The first stir of doubt ripples through society as some begin to suspect that engineered memory might cost more than it saves. Even within TRN's own ranks, there are murmurs of unease about tampering with the human soul. Personal stories of lost and altered memories become a rallying cry for those who dare to remember the unmodified truth. This growing skepticism sets the stage for a slow but inevitable awakening among the people. Each questioned recollection becomes a spark, illuminating the dangers of a future where freedom is traded for order. Thus the seeds of resistance are quietly planted, heralding a future where doubt may prove to be the first step toward revolution. Chapter 7. Exponential growth. Technological advancements accelerate at a breakneck pace, reshaping every facet of society in record time. Every month heralds a new breakthrough, whether in AI, quantum computing, or revolutionary neural interfaces. In laboratories around the world, discoveries push the boundaries of what was once thought possible. The rapid growth of technology creates an environment of constant innovation and perpetual change. Yet, as society hurtles forward, the consequences of such exponential progress begin to stir unease. The sheer volume of new inventions overwhelms even the most optimistic visionaries. Every innovation brings with it both a promise of a better future and the risk of unforeseen disruptions. Public life becomes a tapestry of marvels interwoven with a sense of existential uncertainty. As the pace of change leaves little room for reflection, the future appears both dazzling and dangerously unpredictable. In this dynamic landscape, the seeds of transformation and potential tyranny are sown with every new discovery. Chapter 8. The seeds of manipulation. Behind the brilliance of technological progress, TRN quietly invests in a more insidious project: devices that can alter human memory. In secret laboratories hidden from public view, scientists work tirelessly to develop tools that can rewrite the mind. These devices, conceived with clinical precision, are designed to replace authentic recollection with curated narratives. Every prototype is a step toward a future where individual identity can be controlled and history can be remolded. Engineers and researchers collaborate in hushed tones, aware that their work holds both transformative power and dangerous implications. The seeds of manipulation are sown as the devices begin to take shape, promising to alter the very fabric of human experience. While some marvel at the technological prowess on display, others whisper of a future where memory itself becomes a commodity. In the sterile glow of high-security labs, the potential for control is measured in lines of code and neural adjustments. Each breakthrough in memory manipulation is a quiet revolution, setting the stage for dramatic shifts in collective consciousness. Thus, beneath the surface of innovation, the dark potential of engineered memory begins to unfold. Chapter 9: The Mandela Effect takes root. As TRN's experimental devices come online, anomalies in personal memory start to emerge worldwide. People begin to recall events that never occurred, as if a shadow history had been implanted in their minds. This phenomenon, soon dubbed the Mandela Effect, sparks confusion and disbelief among ordinary citizens. In homes, offices, and public spaces, discussions ignite over these shared yet inexplicable discrepancies. The Mandela Effect becomes a symbol of the power TRN wields, an unintentional but unmistakable alteration of collective memory. Every altered recollection adds another thread to the tangled tapestry of a reality being rewritten. While some dismiss these changes as mere glitches, others sense a deeper, more deliberate manipulation at play. Families and communities find themselves divided as they struggle to reconcile conflicting versions of the past. The pervasive sense of dislocation signals the beginning of a crisis, a moment when the true history starts to unravel. In the midst of this confusion, the seeds of a radical transformation are firmly planted. Chapter 10: Truth Rewritten. With the emergence of the Mandela Effect, official records are methodically updated to align with TRN's vision. Government documents, textbooks, and media broadcasts are altered to reflect the new engineered truth. History becomes fluid, a malleable narrative constantly reshaped by those in power. For the majority, the transition is seamless, and the revised truth is accepted as the natural order of things. Yet in the quiet corners of society, a growing number of individuals cling to their original memories. These persistent fragments of truth become a silent protest against the imposed revisionism. Every written fact is a calculated move in TRN's grand design to control not just the present, but the very past. The transformation of history is gradual but inexorable, as the old is erased and the new takes hold. As discrepancies widen between personal recollection and public record, the integrity of truth itself is called into question. Thus the world is left to wonder, when truth is rewritten, can it ever be reclaimed? Chapter 11: Cracks in the facade. Some citizens, haunted by memories that defy the official narrative, begin to notice the cracks in the facade. They gather in hushed circles, exchanging stories that challenge the sanitized version of history. The authenticity of their recollections stands in stark contrast to the manipulated records now in circulation. In secret meetings and encrypted online forums, these individuals share evidence of the subtle alterations. Each piece of unaltered memory becomes a beacon of resistance against the overpowering control of TRN. A quiet discontent stirs among the people as the disparity between their lived experience and the public record widens. The cracks, though small, promise that the truth is not entirely lost. Every whispered testimony is a reminder that genuine history persists beneath layers of imposed revision. As the facade begins to crumble, hope flickers in the hearts of those determined to reclaim the past. In this delicate moment of awakening, the seeds of revolution take root. Chapter 12: A World on the Edge. The collision between unbridled innovation and absolute control has left society teetering on the edge of transformation. Every new technological breakthrough accelerates the pace at which the future is reshaped. Yet this rapid progress is accompanied by a growing unease, a fear that humanity's essence is at stake. Cities pulse with the energy of discovery, but beneath the surface, citizens sense an unsettling fragility. The edge is not only physical, but also metaphysical, a precarious balance between possibility and peril. Every invention and every rewritten memory compounds the uncertainty of what the future may hold. In this state of flux, individuals struggle to discern whether the changes are for the better or a descent into controlled oblivion. A collective anxiety grips the populace as the promise of progress is shadowed by the cost of lost authenticity. Every day feels like a tightrope walk between hope and the abyss of engineered perfection. On the very edge of innovation, society braces for the inevitable storm of conflict. Chapter 13: The Price of Perfection. In the quest for a flawless utopia, the true cost of engineered memory begins to surface. Philosophers and ethicists debate fervently about whether perfection is attainable without sacrificing freedom. They argue that the scars of past mistakes are essential to the tapestry of human experience. To erase memory is to erase the lessons that shape empathy, resilience, and creativity. While TRN champions its vision of a sanitized society, critics warn that the loss of authentic history comes with an incalculable price. Every act of rewriting is seen as a trade-off: order for individuality, stability for spontaneity. As the dialogue intensifies, it becomes clear that the pursuit of perfection may lead to an impoverished soul. The very elements that make us human, our struggles, our triumphs, and even our pain, are at risk of vanishing. In this high-stakes gamble, the balance between progress and preservation teeters dangerously. The price of perfection, it seems, may be the erosion of what it means to be truly alive. Chapter 14: The Day's End. As dusk settles over a world in turmoil, the day's relentless pace finally gives way to reflection. Shadows lengthen across neon-lit streets and digital billboards, marking the close of a day defined by paradox and possibility. In the quiet hours of the evening, citizens ponder the profound changes that have reshaped their reality. The brilliance of technological marvels is tempered by the underlying cost of manipulated memory. Every sunset brings with it a mix of hope for tomorrow and sorrow for the lost authenticity of yesterday. In dimly lit rooms, individuals recall unaltered moments, holding on to fragments of truth. The day's end is both a period of rest and a prelude to the deeper challenges yet to come. Across the city, a silent understanding emerges that the future is inexorably bound to the secrets of the past. The fading light underscores the fragility of progress when built upon controlled recollections. And so, as the world slips into twilight, its fate remains unknowingly tethered to a secret plan that will soon alter history forever. Arc 2: The Hidden Hand. Chapter 15. Whispers of TRN rumors swirl through cyberspace like digital echoes. TRN is more than a company. It is a secret society with global ambitions. Encrypted messages and furtive discussions hint at an organization that manipulates memory on a grand scale. Conversations in shadowed online forums reveal fragments of a plan too audacious for the public imagination. The whispers evoke both admiration and dread, suggesting that TRN's influence reaches far beyond the visible world. For many, TRN is a myth made real, a clandestine force determined to rewrite history itself. These murmurs inspire curiosity among hackers, journalists, and free thinkers who begin to seek the truth. The digital rumor mill spins tales of covert operation and high-stakes experiments designed to control the mind. Each hushed word adds to the mystique, painting TRN as the unseen hand behind the new order. The allure of forbidden knowledge draws a select few deeper into the labyrinth of secrecy. In the undercurrents of cyberspace, the seeds of a global mystery are sown. Chapter 16. Shadows in the network. Beneath the polished surface of mainstream technology, dark shadows move unseen through encrypted networks. Secret meetings and covert communications reveal that TRN is already manipulating public memory. Coded exchanges on hidden servers expose plans that alter personal histories with chilling precision. These clandestine messages, filled with cryptic symbols and urgent tones, suggest an operation of vast scale. In private digital enclaves, insiders discuss the systematic rewriting of history with cold efficiency. The network becomes a shadow realm where power and secrecy coalesce into an unstoppable force. Each encrypted packet hints at a truth that remains obscured by layers of deliberate obfuscation. To those who dare to decode these messages, the scope of TRN's ambition is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. The hidden network pulses with clandestine activity, as if it were the beating heart of an unseen empire. Every shadow in the digital world brings society one step closer to discovering the truth behind the manipulation. Chapter 17. The Blueprint of Control. A leaked dossier emerges. A detailed blueprint outlining TRN's master plan to reshape human thought. Within its pages, Schematics reveal advanced technology designed to rewrite neural pathways and implant new memories. The document outlines a strategy to replace historical truths with carefully curated narratives. It suggests that control over memory is the ultimate tool for governing human behavior and ensuring societal order. Experts who study the blueprint are struck by its clinical precision and the chilling ambition behind it. Every detail is meticulously planned, from the hardware used to the algorithms that drive the memory alterations. The blueprint is a manifesto for a future where truth is manufactured and history is a controlled commodity. Its revelation sends shockwaves through academic and activist communities alike. Debates flare about the ethical implications of such power, questioning whether free will can survive engineered memory. As the blueprint circulates, it becomes a rallying cry for those who believe that true history must be preserved at all costs. Chapter 18: The Mechanism of Memory Inside TRN's Clandestine Research Facilities. Scientists develop devices that can alter the human brain at its most fundamental level. These machines, powered by advanced AI and quantum processes, are capable of rewriting memories with surgical precision. Every neural pathway is mapped, allowing for the implantation of new truths while erasing the old. In sterile, high-security labs, researchers fine-tune the mechanism of memory manipulation, testing its limits and potential. The technology is both a marvel and a menace, a promise of progress shadowed by the risk of total control. Each experimental trial demonstrates the power to seamlessly blend artificial narratives with genuine recollections. There is awe in the scientific community, but also a deep, nagging fear of what such control means for personal identity. Critics argue that the manipulation of memory could lead to a society devoid of genuine experience and individual diversity. In these labs, the potential for rewriting the past is not a distant dream, but a rapidly approaching reality. The mechanism of memory is the keystone in TRN's grand design, its power poised to redefine what it means to remember. Chapter 19: The First Alteration. In a carefully orchestrated operation, TRN executes its first deliberate alteration of history. A well-known historical event is changed in the official records, and millions begin to recall an alternate version of it. The alteration is subtle, a slight shift in dates and details that seems almost imperceptible at first. Yet as the change takes hold, the discrepancy between personal memory and the revised record becomes undeniable. News outlets and public archives update their accounts, embedding the new narrative into everyday life. For those with untouched memories, the change is a jolt, a painful reminder that their truth is under siege. The first alteration sets a precedent, proving that TRN's technology works and its ambitions are real. This event marks the beginning of a slow, insidious process of rewriting the past on a global scale. Communities split as conflicting recollections emerge, deepening the divide between the controlled narrative and authentic experience. The success of this initial experiment cements TRN's resolve to reshape history, no matter the cost. Chapter 20: Public Confusion. In the wake of the first alteration, a wave of public confusion sweeps across society. Citizens are confronted with conflicting memories, some recalling the original events, others the revised history. Media outlets report divergent accounts, and debates spark on every street corner and social platform. The term Mandela effect becomes a household name, encapsulating the eerie phenomenon of shared yet altered recollections. People question the reliability of their own memories as official records and personal experiences collide. Public trust in institutions begins to waver as the manipulation of history becomes increasingly evident. Amid the confusion, groups form on both sides of the debate, those who embrace the new narrative and those who resist. Family dinners and community meetings turn into battlegrounds for the control of truth. The widespread uncertainty creates an atmosphere of unease and anxiety, as the very nature of reality is called into question. In this maelstrom of conflicting recollections, the seeds for an impending rebellion are quietly sown. Arc 3. The Mandela Effect Unleashed. Chapter 29. Engineering Collective Memory. TRN launches its grand experiment to engineer collective memory on an unprecedented scale. Using its advanced technology, the organization begins synchronizing recollections across millions of minds. This deliberate manipulation is designed to create a unified, controlled narrative of history. Every implanted memory is calibrated to erase dissent and ensure absolute conformity. The experiment is hailed by TRN as a means to eliminate conflict by aligning everyone's understanding of the past. Yet in its wake, the technology leaves a trail of disquiet as subtle inconsistencies emerge. Engineered memories replace personal truths, blending reality with a fabricated history. The collective memory becomes a tool for control, one that erases the messy details of lived experience. Critics warn that the cost of such uniformity is the loss of individuality and the richness of authentic history. As the experiment unfolds, the foundations of reality are irrevocably altered, setting the stage for widespread upheaval. Chapter 30. Alternate timelines, multiple versions of the past, begin to emerge as TRN's technology produces alternate timelines. Each timeline is carefully constructed to serve a specific aspect of TRN's utopian vision. Citizens find themselves confronted with conflicting narratives, each as plausible as the next. Personal memories clash with the official accounts, creating a mosaic of uncertainty. Some timelines evoke a nostalgia for a past that never existed, while others promise an idealized future. The multiplicity of narratives fuels heated debates about the nature of truth and memory. In homes, schools, and digital communities, individuals struggle to discern which version of events is real. The existence of alternate timelines challenges the notion of an objective past and a singular history. This fragmentation of memory deepens the divide between those who accept the new order and those who resist. Ultimately, the emergence of these alternate timelines signals a turning point, a moment when the battle for authentic history becomes inevitable. Chapter 31. The illusion of consistency. People everywhere struggle to reconcile their personal memories with the official history now on record. Familiar landmarks and events are shrouded in ambiguity as TRN's alterations create subtle discrepancies. Everyday conversations reveal an undercurrent of disbelief when friends recall events that the revised history denies. Digital archives and news broadcasts present a seamless narrative that conflicts with lived experience. The illusion of consistency, once a hallmark of societal stability, begins to crack under the weight of doubt. Individuals start to realize that what they once took for granted as truth is now questionable. The discrepancy between authentic recollection and implanted memory grows more apparent each day. This fracturing of consensus shakes the very foundations of what society considers real. In the quiet moments of reflection, the comforting certainty of the past dissolves into confusion. Thus, the illusion of consistency is exposed as nothing more than a carefully constructed facade. Chapter 32. A Shattered Consensus. As discrepancies multiply, the unified narrative of history begins to splinter. Communities that once shared a common understanding of the past now find themselves divided by conflicting memories. Public debates intensify, with each faction defending its own version of events. Institutions and authorities struggle to maintain credibility amid the growing fragmentation. The shattered consensus is visible in every classroom, boardroom, and family gathering. Social media becomes a battleground for competing recollections and passionate arguments. Historians and archivists race to salvage records of the original truth from the tide of manipulation. The division deepens, leaving society fragmented and at odds with itself. In this chaotic state, the very concept of an objective past is called into question. The rupture in shared memory sets the stage for an all-out conflict over the control of history. Chapter 33. Global disquiet. News of altered histories and conflicting recollections spreads like wildfire across the globe. International media report a crisis of memory, with citizens in every corner of the world questioning what they know. Governments issue cautious statements, yet the underlying disquiet is palpable in public discourse. Communities, both urban and rural, are gripped by a sense of impending crisis as their identities are challenged. Protests erupt in major cities as people demand transparency and the restoration of authentic memory. Across borders, scholars and activists unite in their concern for the erosion of historical truth. The global disquiet becomes a mirror reflecting the deep-seated fear of losing personal and collective identity. Every news report, every conversation contributes to an atmosphere charged with uncertainty. Leaders struggle to contain the unrest as international alliances are tested by the crisis of memory. In this climate of tension, the seeds of rebellion are nurtured by a world on the verge of awakening. Chapter 34. The power of perception. TRN's technology demonstrates that the power to shape memory lies not in brute force, but in the subtle manipulation of perception. Each implanted recollection blurs the line between objective fact and subjective experience. People begin to understand that their grasp on reality is as fragile as the neural circuits that encode memory. The power of perception becomes both the instrument and the battleground of this new era. Philosophers and scientists debate how altered perception can redefine what is considered truth. Every individual's unique experience of reality becomes a puzzle piece in TRN's grand design. Yet as perceptions shift, the collective understanding of the past begins to dissolve into uncertainty. This transformative power of perception is exploited to create a controlled narrative, one that serves the agenda of the few. The manipulation is so seamless that many fail to notice the distortion until it is too late. Thus, the struggle over perception emerges as the true fight for control in a world of engineered memory. Chapter 35. Memory as a weapon within TRN's leadership. Memory manipulation is justified as a necessary measure to maintain order and prevent chaos. They argue that by controlling collective memory, they can mold society into a harmonious, conflict-free utopia. Yet this same technology is weaponized to silence dissent and quash individuality. Propaganda is embedded in every altered recollection, ensuring that the public remains compliant. Critics decry the use of memory as a tool of domination, warning of a future devoid of personal freedom. Covert meetings among TRN insiders reveal a ruthless strategy for consolidating power through controlled recollection. The very essence of human experience is transformed into a battlefield where truth is the prize. As the weaponization of memory becomes evident, resistance begins to coalesce among those who value genuine identity. The ethical implications of such control spark a fierce debate that reverberates throughout society. In this high-stakes struggle, memory is not just a record of the past, it is a weapon shaping the future. Chapter 36. Resistance takes form amid mounting disillusionment. A scattered group of citizens begins to organize in secret against TRN's dominion. These early resistance cells form a network determined to reclaim authentic history and personal identity. In dimly lit basements and encrypted online forums, like-minded individuals share evidence of manipulated memories. The resistance takes root in grassroots communities, uniting people from diverse backgrounds under a single banner. Every act of defiance, no matter how small, adds fuel to a growing movement poised to challenge TRN's authority. Rebels coordinate covert operations, disrupting the infrastructure that upholds the engineered narrative. Their whispered plans and daring sabotage are acts of courage in a world of controlled recollection. The movement gathers strength as more citizens awaken to the stark truth behind their altered memories. Each secret meeting and clandestine message is a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. Thus, the resistance takes form, a nascent force that promises to shatter the chains of manipulated memory. Chapter 37. The rejection of the new truth in defiant acts of protest. Individuals who remember the original past begin to reject TRN's imposed reality. Public gatherings swell with voices denouncing the fabricated history that has replaced genuine memory. These dissenters refuse to be silenced, rallying under the banner of truth and authenticity. In town hall meetings and viral online broadcasts, the rejection of the new truth becomes a rallying cry. Personal testimonies, once hidden, are now shared boldly as evidence of the manipulation. The movement gains momentum as more people join the chorus, determined to reclaim their past. Opponents of the engineered narrative demonstrate that memory is not a commodity to be traded. Their defiance sparks widespread debate, challenging the ethical foundations of TRN's actions. Every public repudiation of the altered truth strengthens the resolve of those fighting for freedom. In rejecting the new truth, These rebels affirm their right to remember and to shape their own destiny. Chapter 38. Conflicting realities. Everyday life transforms into a battleground for competing memories as conflicting realities emerge. Families and communities fracture as each person's recollection diverges from the state-sanctioned narrative. Digital platforms turn into arenas of fierce debate, with arguments over history igniting social unrest. For some, the engineered memory offers comfort and stability. For others, it is a suffocating lie. This collision of realities forces society to confront the painful truth that memory is subjective. Public spaces become divided by starkly different visions of the past, fueling tension and mistrust. The struggle to validate one's own recollections intensifies as the official record shifts daily. Each argument, whether whispered in private or broadcast online, deepens the rift between truth and fabrication. The very concept of a shared history dissolves as conflicting memories vie for dominance. In this fractured landscape, the battle for reality becomes both personal and universal. Chapter 39. The Cost of Forgetting. The consequences of losing one's authentic memory are felt deeply on personal and collective levels. Families grieve not only for lost moments, but for the very essence of their shared identity. Friendships fracture as individuals struggle to reconcile their inner truth with the imposed narrative. The loss of genuine memory leaves an emotional void that no amount of engineered perfection can fill. People experience an ache, a deep abiding sorrow for a past that has been erased. Tragedies unfold quietly, as the cost of forgetting manifests in isolation and regret. The price is measured not in dollars or data, but in the irretrievable loss of individuality. Those who dare to remember feel both the burden and the beauty of an unaltered past. Their struggle to hold on to authentic recollections becomes a symbol of resistance against control. In the silent aftermath of forgetting, the true value of memory and the price of its loss becomes painfully clear. Chapter 40. A Call for Reclamation. In the midst of manipulated histories and altered identities, a passionate call for reclamation rises. Activists, scholars, and everyday citizens unite in their demand to restore the genuine past. Through underground networks and public protests, the call echoes for transparency and truth. This movement is not merely about memory, it is a fight for the soul of humanity. Campaigns and digital initiatives work tirelessly to unearth records and testimonies untouched by TRN. The call for reclamation becomes a rallying cry, inspiring those who have been silenced to speak out. It is a declaration that the right to remember is fundamental and inalienable. Every recovered memory is celebrated as a victory against the forces of manipulation. The movement spreads like wildfire, igniting hope in communities across the globe. In the united voices of the oppressed, the promise of reclaiming truth shines as a beacon of liberation. Chapter 41. The Seeds of Revolution. In hidden enclaves and secret meetings, the seeds of revolution are sown by those who dare to remember. Underground networks solidify as dissidents and truth keepers share evidence of TRN's pervasive control. Each unaltered memory becomes a spark, lighting the way toward collective uprising. The revolution is not born of violence, but of a deep, unyielding desire for authenticity and freedom. Leaders emerge from the shadows, voices of hope dedicated to restoring a forgotten past. They spread messages of resistance, urging people to stand against the manipulation of their memories. In every clandestine conversation, the promise of revolution grows stronger. The movement transforms from isolated acts of defiance into a unified call for change. As the seeds of revolution take root, the fabric of society begins to tremble with the possibility of a new order. In this fertile ground of dissent, the battle for the true narrative of history is set to erupt. Chapter 42. The breaking point. Tensions reach a critical juncture as the struggle over memory intensifies and the stakes become undeniable. The conflict between TRN's engineered truth and the authentic recollections of the people escalates into open confrontation. Protests, digital campaigns, and covert operations converge, pushing society toward a breaking point. The divide between manipulated memory and genuine history becomes a chasm too vast to ignore. In every corner of the globe, the battle for truth ignites passions and fuels a relentless pursuit of freedom. The breaking point is marked by both tragedy and hope, a moment when the old order can no longer sustain itself. Those who have long resisted TRN's control prepare for the ultimate clash, knowing that the future hangs in the balance. The crescendo of conflict signals that the time for quiet resistance has ended. Every action, every protest, every whispered plea for truth contributes to the gathering storm. At this critical moment, the future of society and the legacy of memory teeters on the edge of transformation. Arc 4, Seeds of Dissent, Chapter 43. Early whispers of rebellion. Small groups of dissenters begin to gather in secret, determined to preserve the truth at any cost. In dimly lit basements and secluded meeting spots, they share personal testimonies of memories unaltered by TRN. Their whispered conversations carry the weight of a history that is at risk of being forgotten. Every spoken word is an act of defiance against the forces that seek to erase individuality. The early whispers of rebellion are fragile yet persistent, sparking hope in the hearts of those who remember. These initial acts of resistance form the foundation for a movement that will soon challenge the status quo. The small clusters of rebels recognize that preserving authentic memory is both a moral duty and a revolutionary act. Despite the ever-present threat of surveillance and retribution, their resolve remains unbroken. In the quiet of the night, the seeds of dissent are planted, seeds that promise to grow into a mighty force. Each hushed conversation is a precursor to the larger uprising that is destined to reshape the future. Chapter 44. The awakening begins. A slow but steady awakening spreads as more individuals come to realize the cost of manipulated memory. Personal stories of lost pasts and altered recollections ignite a collective desire for truth. In homes and small communities, once muted voices now rise to share their unfiltered memories. The awakening is not dramatic, it is a gradual reawakening of the mind and spirit. Every shared memory strengthens the bonds among those who resist the engineered narrative. The pain of altered history fuels a determination to reclaim what was lost. Quiet gatherings and clandestine meetings become hubs of enlightenment and resistance. People begin to see that their individuality is at risk and that reclaiming the past is essential for a free future. The awakening is a personal journey that quickly turns into a communal movement. With every story shared, the realization grows. True memory is the cornerstone of identity and freedom. Chapter 45. Underground Alliances. In the shadows of the digital world, alliances form among those determined to preserve authentic history. Secret chat rooms, hidden forums, and covert meetings serve as the nexus for the growing rebellion. The awakened, as they come to be known, pool their resources and intelligence in defiance of TRN's control. These underground alliances are built on trust, forged through shared experiences of loss and resistance. Every coded message and encrypted file brings them closer together as they plan their strategy. They exchange evidence, share personal testimonies, and organize covert operations to expose TRN's machinations. This network of rebels spans cities, countries, and even digital realms, uniting diverse voices under one common cause. The alliances are a testament to the unyielding power of truth and the resilience of the human spirit. Despite the pervasive threat of detection, the underground network grows stronger every day. In the hidden corners of cyberspace, the seeds of a global uprising are nurtured and prepared for the coming storm. Chapter 46. The Rebel Manifesto, a powerful document circulates among the dissenters, a manifesto that denounces TRN's manipulation of memory. The Rebel Manifesto outlines the core principles of truth, freedom, and the right to remember unaltered history. It is both a call to arms and a declaration of independence from the engineered narrative imposed by TRN. Every line is imbued with passion and conviction, challenging the legitimacy of those who control history. The manifesto becomes a beacon for the awakened, inspiring individuals to stand up for their right to an authentic past. It is distributed secretly, passed from hand to hand in underground networks and digital whispers. The words within galvanize the movement, uniting disparate voices under a single righteous cause. Critics and sympathizers alike study its contents, understanding that the document represents hope and defiance. The Rebel Manifesto not only denounces the present manipulation, but also envisions a future restored by truth. It marks the beginning of an ideological revolution, a roadmap for reclaiming the past and shaping a free future. Chapter 47. Gathering intelligence. Rebels begin to systematically gather intelligence on TRN's operations, determined to expose the full extent of memory manipulation. Covert operatives infiltrate secured networks, collecting data and blueprints that reveal TRN's dark strategies. Every scrap of intercepted communication is meticulously analyzed and shared within the rebel network. The intelligence gathered serves as ammunition for the movement, a way to counteract the engineered narratives. Secret meetings are held to discuss the implications of the data and to plan coordinated strikes against TRN. The process of gathering intelligence is fraught with danger, as each step risks detection by the omnipresent surveillance state. Yet the rebels are driven by a singular purpose: to unmask TRN and restore true history. Every piece of evidence, whether digital or physical, reinforces their resolve to fight against the manipulation. As the intelligence accumulates, the scope of TRN's influence becomes ever more apparent. Thus, the rebels prepare to use this knowledge as the foundation for their upcoming acts of defiance. Chapter 48. The first steps of Defiant's small-scale acts of sabotage mark the first overt steps of the rebellion against TRN's control. Rebels disrupt local TRN installations, targeting the peripheral systems that enforce the altered narrative. Each act, though minor in isolation, sends a ripple of hope through the underground network. Sabotage operations are carried out with precision, aimed at destabilizing the foundations of TRN's power. The rebels understand that every small victory builds momentum for a larger uprising. These initial acts of defiance are celebrated in secret, each success a testament to the possibility of change. They use the element of surprise, striking at unexpected moments to maximize impact. The disruptive actions, though covert, begin to erode the confidence of those who enforce the manipulated memory. In these daring moves, the rebels prove that resistance is not only possible, but inevitable. Every act of defiance is a step toward reclaiming the truth and restoring genuine memory. Chapter 49. The Stirring of Hope. As the rebel network expands, a stirring of hope begins to spread among those disillusioned by TRN's control. Personal stories of resistance and uncovered truths ignite a collective yearning for authentic memory. In whispered conversations and secret broadcasts, hope is rekindled as people realize they are not alone. This newfound optimism transforms fear into determination, empowering individuals to take a stand. Every shared success, every piece of uncovered evidence, adds to the growing chorus of rebellion. Hope becomes a catalyst, fueling a deeper commitment to challenge the engineered narrative. It is felt in the hearts of the oppressed, a spark that refuses to be extinguished by tyranny. As the network of dissenters grows, the promise of reclaiming their past draws ever nearer. The stirring of hope is both fragile and formidable, a force that can topple even the most insidious control. In this vibrant undercurrent, the seeds of a revolution are nurtured by the belief that truth can prevail. Chapter 50. The Price of Rebellion. The journey of resistance is not without sacrifice. The price of rebellion is steep and measured in personal risk. Rebel sympathizers risk everything to expose the manipulation and restore the truth. Every act of defiance, no matter how small, comes with the threat of severe repercussions from TRN. Surveillance drones and covert operatives constantly shadow those who dare to rebel. Yet the cost is deemed necessary by those who have tasted the bitterness of false memory. The sacrifices of a few become the rallying cry for many, as each loss underscores the urgency of the cause. Families and friends are torn apart by the struggle, yet their resolve only grows stronger. The price of rebellion is paid in moments of fear, pain, and sometimes in blood. But in every sacrifice there is a promise that one day the truth will be reclaimed. Thus, even as the cost mounts, the rebels persist, driven by the belief that freedom is worth any price. Chapter 51. A whispered alliance. Even within the heart of TRN, a whispered alliance begins to form among those questioning its ethics. Some insiders, burdened by guilt and doubt, start to secretly communicate with the rebel network. Their clandestine exchanges offer critical insight into the inner workings of the organization. Risking everything, These informants provide evidence that bolsters the Resistance's understanding of TRN's dark ambitions. Their whispered alliances serve as a bridge between the oppressors and those fighting for liberation. In the silence of their covert communications, the seeds of betrayal against TRN are sown. Every piece of insider information strengthens the resolve of the awakened. These brave souls, torn between duty and conscience, choose to side with truth. The alliance, though fragile and hidden, becomes a key pillar in the burgeoning revolution. In this secret collaboration, hope finds an unexpected champion from within the enemy's own ranks. Chapter 52. The Hidden Informant. A remorseful scientist, overwhelmed by the moral implications of his work, becomes the hidden informant. In secret, he passes on classified details of TRN's darkest experiments to the awakened. His information reveals the true extent of memory manipulation and the human cost behind it. Risking his life and reputation, he documents every unethical procedure, every human subject sacrificed for progress. The hidden informant's revelations spread like wildfire through the underground network. His testimony is a powerful indictment of TRN's manipulation, galvanizing the rebels' resolve. In hushed tones, his words echo as a plea for justice and redemption for those harmed. The courage of one man in the face of overwhelming odds becomes a symbol of resistance. His leaked details serve as irrefutable evidence that spurs action on a global scale. Thus, the hidden informant's legacy is etched into the fabric of the rebellion, a testament to the power of conscience. Chapter 53. The Rebellion Gathers Strength. With every act of defiance and every revelation from within TRN, the rebellion grows in strength. More disillusioned souls join the cause, united by a shared determination to restore authentic memory. The underground network expands, connecting communities across continents through secret channels. Each new member brings their own story of loss and resistance, enriching the movement's tapestry. The momentum of the rebellion swells as hope and truth become the rallying forces. Coordinated strikes and strategic intelligence operations are planned with increasing precision. The movement transforms from scattered acts of defiance into a formidable force that challenges the status quo. Every liberated fragment of truth serves to embolden the rebels and weaken TRN's grip on reality. The unity of purpose among the awakened becomes a powerful counter to the engineered narrative. Thus, as the rebellion gathers strength, it prepares to confront its greatest challenge yet. Chapter 54. Acts of Defiance rebels stage coordinated strikes on TRN outposts, sending a clear message that the manipulated order will not stand. Each act of defiance is executed with stealth, precision, and an unwavering commitment to truth. Sabotage missions disrupt communication lines, power grids, and the very systems that uphold TRN's control. The rebels' actions, though small individually, create a ripple effect that undermines the stability of the regime. These daring operations are celebrated in hushed tones across underground networks. Every defiant act serves as a beacon of hope, igniting passion among the oppressed. The symbolism of each sabotage operation resonates deeply with those who long for freedom. In the wake of these strikes, TRN's infrastructure begins to show signs of vulnerability. The acts of defiance not only disrupt the engineered narrative, but also galvanize the spirit of resistance. Thus, each bold operation is a step toward reclaiming the power of authentic memory. Chapter 55. The rallying cry, a stirring speech delivered in a secret broadcast, unites the disparate factions of the rebellion. The rallying cry is a passionate call to reclaim the true past and reject the false narratives imposed by TRN. In every word, there is a fervent appeal to the collective conscience of humanity. The speaker reminds the people that their memories, in all their imperfect beauty, are worth fighting for. This call transcends borders and unites individuals from all walks of life under one common purpose. It is a declaration that freedom of memory is an inalienable right, not a privilege to be manipulated. The rallying cry echoes through hidden networks, inspiring those who had once been silent to take action. It transforms into a powerful mantra that guides the movement forward. Every listener is urged to stand together, to resist, and to remember the truth at all costs. In this united outcry, the true past is celebrated, and the seeds of revolution are sown. Chapter 56. The road to conflict, with tensions mounting and the stakes higher than ever, the path to open confrontation is paved. The awakened begin to mobilize on a scale that signals the end of quiet resistance. Every member of the movement understands that the time for subtle defiance has passed. Strategic plans for an all-out confrontation with TRN are meticulously drawn up. The road to conflict is marked by both hope and the sorrow of inevitable sacrifice. Rebels gather their forces, bolstered by intelligence and driven by the need to reclaim authenticity. Every step taken on this road is fraught with danger, yet the resolve to restore the truth remains unshaken. The atmosphere is charged with anticipation as the movement prepares for its most critical operation. In the distance, the shadow of TRN looms large, a final barrier to the liberation of genuine memory. Thus, the road to conflict is set, a journey that will determine the fate of truth and freedom in a manipulated world. Arc 5, The Darkest Experiment, Chapter 57. A forbidden directive revealed deep in TRN's secret division. A top-secret directive is issued, the Team Rocket Human Experiment Program. This forbidden experiment is designed to harness human transformation for TRN's ultimate purpose. The directive outlines a radical plan to select individuals and fundamentally alter their very nature. Within the labyrinth of TRN's hidden operations, scientists and operatives prepare for an unprecedented experiment. Every detail is shrouded in secrecy, revealing a willingness to push ethical boundaries to achieve control. The Forbidden Directive is both a testament to TRN's ambition and a harbinger of the dark times ahead. Its very existence underscores the lengths to which TRN is willing to go to shape reality. As the plans are set in motion, an undercurrent of fear and anticipation permeates the organization. Those involved know that the stakes are higher than ever before. Human lives and the fabric of identity are at risk. Thus, the stage is set for a transformation that will forever change the balance of power in this engineered world. Chapter 58. The TRN facility unveiled, a sprawling, high-tech facility emerges as the epicenter of TRN's dark experiments. Its sterile corridors and advanced machinery conceal secrets that defy imagination. Inside, scientists work under the watchful eyes of relentless overseers, perfecting technology designed to alter human consciousness. The facility is a fortress of innovation and dread, where every room whispers of forbidden science. Here, the blueprint of memory manipulation is transformed into cold clinical reality. Each chamber is filled with apparatuses that can reprogram neural pathways and rewrite the essence of identity. The unveiling of the facility marks a turning point, a public secret that portends both progress and peril. In its labyrinthine halls, the boundaries between science and morality blur dangerously. The facility stands as a monument to TRN's power, a physical embodiment of its capacity to reshape the world. Thus, the TRN facility is unveiled, a hidden heart of darkness pulsing with potential and menace. Chapter 59. Crossing dimensional boundaries, TRN's operatives are dispatched into other dimensions in search of individuals with unique Pokemon aura. Their mission is to find those rare beings whose inherent energies can catalyze the ultimate transformation. These dimensional crossings open portals into realms where the laws of nature and memory are fluid. Each journey is fraught with uncertainty, as the operatives venture into territories beyond conventional understanding. The crossings are experiments in interdimensional selection, a hunt for the perfect subject. Every candidate is evaluated not only for mental resilience, but also for the latent qualities that hint at a deeper mystical power. In these unexplored realms, the boundaries of reality are pushed to their very limits. The operation blurs the lines between science fiction and raw, uncharted possibility. As operatives cross dimensional thresholds, they carry with them the hope of unlocking transformative potential. Thus, the quest to harness the Pokemon aura begins, a dangerous expedition into the unknown. Chapter 60. Selection process candidates are subjected to rigorous testing to determine their suitability for TRN's radical transformation. Each individual undergoes psychological, physiological, and metaphysical assessments to gauge their resilience. The selection process is exhaustive, designed to reveal both latent abilities and potential vulnerabilities. Examinations are conducted in sterile chambers, where every reaction is meticulously recorded. The candidates' minds and bodies are probed for signs of the unique aura required for the experiment. Those who pass the rigorous tests are marked as potential subjects for transformation. The process is both clinical and invasive, leaving little room for error or second chances. Each selection is a calculated risk, with the hope that the chosen will become the catalyst for TRN's vision. As the tests conclude, a short list of candidates emerges, each carrying the promise of an extraordinary destiny. Thus, the selection process sets the stage for a transformation that will blur the line between human and something beyond. Chapter 61. Preparations for transformation in a stark, sterile chamber. Selected subjects are readied for the radical procedure that will alter their very essence. Technicians and scientists move with precision, calibrating instruments and securing the space for the experiment. The atmosphere is thick with anticipation and a quiet dread of the unknown changes to come. Subjects are briefed in hushed tones about the irreversible process that awaits them. Every detail is monitored as the chamber is transformed into a crucible of metamorphosis. The preparations are methodical, a blend of advanced technology and meticulous human oversight. In this clinical setting, the boundary between life and transformation is about to be crossed. The stage is set for a process that promises to dissolve the old self and birth a new being. Every procedure is designed to erase the familiar and usher in a state of raw, transformative energy. Thus, the final preparations are made, and the subjects stand on the precipice of an entirely new existence. Chapter 62. The Prime Interface activated, the head scientist takes his place before a sophisticated AI interface, the control center of the transformation. He inputs critical data and final parameters, marking the official start of the experiment. The interface hums with activity as algorithms synchronize with the neural data of the subjects. This moment is the culmination of years of research and the embodiment of TRN's audacious ambitions. Every keystroke and command sent through the interface is a step deeper into uncharted territory. The activation is precise and deliberate, designed to trigger the irreversible process of change. In the dim light of the control room, the head scientist watches as the experiment springs to life. The air is charged with both scientific excitement and the weight of ethical uncertainty. The Prime Interface, a marvel of technological innovation, stands as the gateway to transformation. Thus, with the final press of a button, the irreversible journey toward a new state of being begins. Chapter 63. The lever of destiny, a massive lever, symbolic of the turning point in the experiment, is carefully shifted from red to blue. This act is the signal that the irreversible process of transformation has begun. The lever's movement is both a technical command and a profound moment of destiny for the subjects. Observers hold their breath as the lever's shift sets off a chain reaction within the facility. The moment is charged with a mix of anticipation, hope, and fear of what is to come. It represents the point of no return, where the subject's human identities will be irreversibly altered. Every eye in the control room watches as the lever's blue light glows with a promise of metamorphosis. This simple mechanical motion carries with it the weight of profound change and destiny. The lever is more than a switch. It is the embodiment of TRN's power to shape life itself. And with its final movement, the fate of the experiment is sealed. Chapter 64. The Laser of Transmutation. A colossal green beam of laser light is unleashed, enveloping the subject in a transformative glow. The laser acts as the catalyst, initiating the process of transmutation from human to something otherworldly. Its energy pulses through every fiber of the subject's being, breaking down the old self. In a blinding flash, the familiar human form begins to dissolve into raw, transformative energy. The laser's intensity is both beautiful and terrifying, a visual manifestation of TRN's power. Scientists watch in awe and horror as the process unfolds with relentless precision. Every moment is recorded, every reaction noted as the transformation accelerates. The green beam cuts through the darkness of the facility, heralding a new beginning. As the subject is bathed in the laser's glow, the boundaries between human and metamorphosis blur. Thus, the laser of transmutation ignites the final spark of change. Chapter 65. Dissolution of the human form in a burst of incandescent light. The subject's human form begins to disintegrate into pure transformative energy. The dissolution is swift, as if the very essence of humanity is being washed away by raw power. Every trace of the original identity fades into a brilliant, almost ethereal glow. Observers can only watch in stunned silence as the familiar is replaced by the extraordinary. The process is both a destruction and a creation, a painful end that births something new. The disintegration of the old self is marked by flashes of color and bursts of energy that defy description. For a moment, the subject exists as nothing but a radiant cloud of transformative potential. This dissolution is a necessary sacrifice, the final act in the conversion of human to a new state. The spectacle is both heartbreaking and awe-inspiring, a testament to the power of technological intervention. Thus, the human form dissolves, making way for the emergence of a being beyond what was once known. Chapter 66. Emergence of a new being from the blinding flash and dissipated human form. A new being emerges, reborn as a Galad. This transformed creature, imbued with echoes of human consciousness, stands as a living symbol of TRN's ambition. Its presence is both majestic and eerie, a fusion of biological and digital elements that defy categorization. The Galad exudes a power that is both physical and metaphysical, a reminder of the profound transformation just witnessed. Observers are struck by the creature's piercing gaze, as if it carries the weight of all that was lost and all that is to come. In its emergence, the boundary between human and something other is permanently erased. The creature embodies the promise and the peril of engineered evolution. It is both the success of TRN's experiment and a harbinger of the internal descent that will follow. This new being is a testament to the transformative power of technology when wielded without ethical restraint. Thus, from the dissolution of the old, a new form is born, one that will challenge the very essence of what it means to be human. Chapter 67. Witnesses in awe and horror. TRN personnel, along with a select group of scientists, witness the dramatic transformation with a mix of awe and horror. Their faces reflect the dual emotions of pride in their technological achievement and terror at its unforeseen consequences. In hushed tones, they debate the ethical implications of what they have just observed. The sight of a human turned into a powerful Galad leaves an indelible mark on everyone present. Every moment is etched into their memories as a testament to the immense power of their creation. Some applaud the success of the experiment, while others are haunted by its potential for abuse. The experience shakes the foundation of belief in the controlled manipulation of life. For many, the transformation is a vivid reminder that even the most advanced technology can lead to unpredictable outcomes. This moment of collective witnessing marks the beginning of internal divisions within TRN. In the interplay of awe and horror, the true cost of creation becomes all too apparent. Chapter 68. The Cost of Creation. Not all within the facility rejoice in the success of the transformation. A deep sense of guilt begins to take hold. Some scientists, overwhelmed by the moral implications of their work, question whether the price of creation is too high. The cost is measured not only in the loss of human form, but also in the erosion of ethical boundaries. In quiet moments of reflection, doubts about the righteousness of the experiment surface among the researchers. They realize that in their pursuit of progress, they may have sacrificed too much of what makes life sacred. The burden of creation weighs heavily on those who now see the human toll behind every transformed being. Every data point and every observed reaction serves as a reminder of the irreversible change unleashed. A sense of remorse spreads quietly among the ranks, even as the experiment's success is celebrated publicly. The cost of creation, it becomes painfully clear, is not just measured in scientific breakthroughs, but in human souls. Thus, the dark reality of what has been achieved begins to sink in. Chapter 69. A voice of conscience. Amid the cold efficiency of the laboratory, one disillusioned scientist finds the courage to speak out. Haunted by guilt and driven by a sense of moral duty, he secretly contacts the awakened. His message is filled with revelations about TRN's darkest experiments and the true cost of manipulation. Risking everything, he provides classified details that could shatter the carefully constructed narrative of control. This voice of conscience becomes a vital source of intelligence for the growing resistance. His testimony exposes the ethical void at the heart of TRN's ambitions, galvanizing the rebels. Though his identity remains hidden, his words resonate with the power of truth and redemption. He appeals to the inherent right of every human to remember the authentic past. The courage of one individual in the face of overwhelming odds inspires others to follow his lead. Thus, the voice of conscience echoes through the underground, sowing the seeds for a rebellion. Chapter 70. The darkest seed is planted. The successful transformation of a subject into a Goliad becomes a potent symbol of TRN's unchecked power. This dark experiment plants a seed of internal dissent among both the transformed and those who witness it. The image of a human identity erased and replaced by engineered might haunt everyone involved. It serves as a stark reminder of the potential for abuse inherent in TRN's technology. Within the facility, a quiet but growing resistance begins to form, nurtured by the cost of creation. The darkest seed of power, manipulation, and ethical compromise being planted. Its presence foreshadows the internal conflicts and rebellion that are destined to erupt. In every whispered conversation and hidden meeting, the seed of dissent takes root. This symbolic moment marks the beginning of a long and arduous struggle against the forces of control. Thus, from the success of a single experiment, the catalyst for revolution is quietly born. Arc 6. Transformation of the Chosen, Chapter 71. The new order of beings, the transformed Goliads, once human, now roam the facility as living embodiments of TRN's experiment. Their presence is imposing, a fusion of advanced technology and lingering echoes of humanity. Each Goliad carries within it the memories of its past life, creating a constant internal struggle. They move with a power that is both awe-inspiring and deeply conflicted, torn between their engineered nature and residual humanity. The new order is marked by an unsettling blend of strength and vulnerability. For some, the transformation is a source of pride, a symbol of evolution beyond mortal limitations. For others, it is a tragic loss, a reminder of what was sacrificed in the name of progress. Their existence challenges the very definition of identity and what it means to be human. In this altered state, the Goliads represent both the pinnacle of technological achievement and the profound cost of such advancement. Thus, the new order of beings stands as a testament to the complex interplay of power, memory, and transformation. Chapter 72. Echoes of humanity despite their altered forms. Some Goliads display traces of the humanity they once possessed. In moments of quiet reflection, they exhibit emotions and empathy that hint at a lost past. These echoes of humanity manifest in subtle gestures, a gentle tilt of the head, a fleeting look of sorrow. They serve as a reminder that beneath the engineered exterior, remnants of the original self still persist. The phenomenon is both beautiful and heartbreaking, as it illustrates the enduring nature of the human spirit. Even as they fulfill their roles as instruments of TRN, these echoes spark internal conflict. The Goliads struggle with the duality of their existence, powerful agents of change, who are also haunted by what they have lost. For those who can still feel, the spark of humanity becomes a quiet rebellion against total transformation. Their internal turmoil inspires some to question their purpose and the morality of their creation. Thus, the echoes of humanity within the transformed become a subtle yet potent force for potential change. Chapter 73. The Crossroads of Allegiance. Every transformed being faces a monumental choice: remain a tool for TRN's control or heed the call of freedom. In the corridors of the facility, the Goliads gather and debate their purpose, their hearts divided by conflicting impulses. Some argue that loyalty to TRN guarantees order and stability, despite the personal cost. Others believe that reclaiming their lost humanity is worth the risk, even if it means defying the power that created them. This crossroads of allegiance is a pivotal moment in their transformation, defining the path of their future. The internal debate is fierce, as each being weighs the value of power against the price of freedom. In these moments of decision, personal identity and collective destiny are intertwined. The choice is not merely about obedience or rebellion, but about reclaiming the essence of who they once were. Every Goliad's decision sends ripples through the facility, hinting at a possible uprising from within. Thus, at the crossroads of allegiance, the seeds of rebellion begin to take root. Chapter 74. Whispers of rebellion among the transformed within the facility's sterile corridors. A faction of Galaades begins to secretly communicate with the awakened. Their whispered conversations reveal a growing desire to break free from TRN's oppressive control. These transformed beings, conflicted by their dual nature, see in rebellion a chance to reclaim their forgotten humanity. Quiet signals and covert meetings spark a dangerous subculture of dissent among those once seen as instruments of control. The whispers carry promises of solidarity and the possibility of a new order founded on freedom. In the dim light of hidden corners, the transformed share secret strategies to subvert TRN's mechanisms. Their clandestine communications are laced with both fear and fierce determination. Each whispered word is a defiant echo of the humanity that still lingers within them. The rumor of an internal rebellion spreads slowly, building trust among the conflicted few. Thus, the whispers of rebellion among the transformed mark the beginning of an internal uprising. Chapter 75. Internal turmoil of the Galaades, torn between the vestiges of their former selves and the imposed identity of TRN's creation, experience deep internal turmoil. Each day is a battle between the remnants of emotion and the cold, calculated efficiency of their new forms. They struggle with the loss of human warmth, yet find themselves drawn to the faint echo of empathy. The internal conflict is a silent war, fought in the depths of each transformed mind. Moments of introspection reveal the pain of losing what once made them uniquely human. This turmoil creates a fissure in their loyalty to TRN, sparking doubts about their role in the grand design. In secret, some begin to question if total control is worth the price of their lost individuality. Their internal struggle is mirrored in the growing unrest among the awakened outside the facility. Every conflicted thought and burst of emotion is a reminder of the cost of their transformation. Thus, internal turmoil becomes the crucible in which the desire for freedom is forged. Chapter 76. Formation of the Galaad Council. In a clandestine gathering far from prying eyes, a group of empathetic Galaades convenes to form a council. This secret assembly is dedicated to exploring the possibility of reclaiming their lost humanity and challenging TRN's authority. Leaders emerge among the transformed, those whose inner light burns brighter than the others. They discuss strategies for subtle sabotage and ways to communicate with the awakened outside the facility. The council is formed on principles of solidarity, freedom, and the pursuit of authentic identity. Every decision is weighed with the memory of what it means to be human and the responsibility to protect that essence. In this hidden chamber, the Galaad Council becomes a beacon of hope for those yearning for change. Their meetings are filled with quiet determination as they plan to defy the very system that created them. The formation of the council sends a ripple of defiance throughout the facility, challenging the status quo. Thus the Galaad Council is born, a revolutionary force from within the transformed ranks. Chapter 77. The call to defy from the heart of the Galaad Council. A clear and urgent call to defy TRN's control is broadcast in secret. This call to defiance is a rallying cry for all transformed beings to reclaim the remnants of their humanity. It speaks of freedom, redemption, and the right to remember the unaltered past. Every word is charged with conviction, urging the Galaades to break free from their imposed servitude. The call resonates deeply, igniting sparks of rebellion in even the most reticent among them. It is both a challenge to TRN and a beacon for those who still harbor hope for a better future. In hushed meetings and covert transmissions, the call spreads like wildfire among the transformed. Its message is simple yet powerful. True power lies in the reclamation of one's lost self. Those who answer the call prepare to act, knowing that defiance may be their only path to salvation. Thus, the call to defy marks the turning point where the transformed begin to forge their own destiny. Chapter 78. Acts of defiance, small acts of sabotage begin as transformed beings discreetly undermine TRN's control mechanisms. Each act is a silent rebellious gesture, a refusal to accept the imposed narrative of their existence. The Galaades disrupt security protocols, misdirect surveillance, and leak critical information to the rebels. Every Defiant act chips away at the infrastructure manipulation that TRN has built. These covert operations are executed with precision and an unwavering commitment to freedom. Even as they carry out these acts, the Galadids face internal conflict over the cost of rebellion. Yet the spark of defiance grows with every successful operation, igniting hope among the transformed. Their actions serve as a powerful reminder that even the most controlled beings can reclaim their autonomy. With each defiant move, the weight of TRN's authority begins to erode from within. Thus, the acts of defiance become the foundation for a broader uprising against the forces of control. Chapter 79. A hero rises among the transformed. One Galad emerges as a symbol of hope and resistance. This hero, whose inner light burns brighter than the rest, embodies the struggle for reclaimed humanity. Their courage in the face of overwhelming odds inspires others to question their fate under TRN's control. In moments of crisis, the hero's actions defy the cold logic of engineered transformation. Their empathy and determination set them apart, igniting the spark of rebellion within their peers. The hero's journey is one of self-discovery and defiance, a testament to the enduring human spirit. They rally those around them, urging every transformed being to remember what it means to be alive. In secret meetings and covert operations, the hero's leadership becomes the rallying point of the revolution. Every act of bravery reinforces the possibility of change, even in the darkest of circumstances. Thus, a hero rises from within the ranks of the transformed, a beacon for a future free from control. Chapter 80. A new alliance is forged in a historic moment of unity. The defiant Galadids formally pledge their allegiance to the Awakened. This new alliance marks a turning tide in the struggle against TRN's engineered control. Leaders from both sides come together, bridging the gap between the transformed and the human resistors. Their pact is forged in secrecy and built on mutual trust, shared sacrifice, and the common goal of reclaiming truth. The alliance promises to blend the strengths of both groups, the resilience of the human spirit, and the power of technological transformation. In this unprecedented union, the combined forces plan coordinated actions against TRN's remaining strongholds. The collaboration is celebrated as a turning point, a moment when the oppressed finally stand together. Every member of the alliance understands that unity is the only path to dismantling the regime of false memory. The new alliance is not just a merger of forces, but a profound statement about the right to remember. Thus, with unity forged in defiance, the path toward liberation becomes clearer than ever. Arc 7. The Awakening of the Rebels, Chapter 81. The call to arms, the awakened mobilize as ordinary citizens and former insiders unite under a single banner of truth. Their call to arms is a resounding demand for freedom from TRN's imposed narrative. Every individual who has experienced the pain of altered memory heeds the call, ready to fight for authenticity. From bustling cities to quiet hamlets, people gather in defiance, their voices echoing the promise of liberation. This call to arms transcends boundaries, uniting disparate groups in a common struggle. It is a rallying cry that transforms quiet despair into collective strength. The movement gains momentum as each new recruit adds to the chorus of rebellion. In secret assemblies and online forums, the message spreads like wildfire. Every call to arms is met with determination and a fierce desire to reclaim what was lost. Thus, the stage is set for a revolution as the awakened prepare to challenge the regime of manipulated memory. Chapter 82. Gathering in the shadows. In abandoned warehouses and encrypted virtual spaces, the rebel network consolidates its strength. Secret meetings take place far from the prying eyes of TRN surveillance. These gatherings are filled with earnest discussions, strategic planning, and a shared sense of urgency. Every whispered conversation and coded message reinforces the commitment to a common cause. The rebels exchange vital intelligence, preparing for the ultimate confrontation with the oppressors. In the shadows, trust is forged through mutual hardship and the desire for liberation. The physical and digital realms merge as safe havens are established for these underground meetings. Here plans are laid to dismantle the engineered narrative piece by piece. The gathering in the shadows is a testament to the resilience of those who refuse to be silenced. Thus, in the darkness, the seeds of a global rebellion are nurtured and set to bloom. Chapter 83. The Informant's Gambit, a disillusioned scientist, whose conscience could no longer bear the burden of TRN's experiments, makes a bold move. Risking everything, he provides the rebels with detailed blueprints of the TRN facility. This act of betrayal is both courageous and dangerous, a decisive gambit for truth. The leaked blueprints reveal hidden corridors, security protocols, and the locations of critical devices. Armed with this knowledge, the Awakened gain a strategic advantage against their formidable enemy. The Informant's Gambit sends shockwaves through both TRN and the Rebellion, marking a turning point. His data becomes the cornerstone for planning daring operations that could cripple TRN from within. In secret channels, the information is disseminated among trusted leaders of the resistance. The Gambit is celebrated as a beacon of hope, demonstrating that even within darkness, there are those who strive for light. Thus, the informant's courageous act fuels the momentum of the uprising. Chapter 84. The Rebel Manifesto A, stirring declaration of freedom circulates among the rebels, a manifesto that encapsulates their ideals and demands. The Rebel Manifesto is a call for the restoration of true history and the rejection of manipulated memory. Its words resonate deeply, inspiring those who have long felt the sting of falsehood in their souls. The document outlines a vision of a world where truth, compassion, and creativity reign supreme. It denounces TRN's totalitarian control and champions the right of every individual to remember authentically. Every line is a battle cry, urging the oppressed to rise and reclaim their heritage. The manifesto is distributed clandestinely, its message seeding hope in even the darkest corners. It unites the rebels under a shared purpose, transcending cultural and geographic boundaries. As its words echo through underground networks, the manifesto becomes the moral foundation of the uprising. Thus, the Rebel Manifesto is both a declaration of war against manipulated memory and a promise of a liberated future. Chapter 85. Covert operations begin. Rebel cells initiate a series of covert operations aimed at dismantling TRN's peripheral systems. Small-scale acts of sabotage disrupt communication channels and weaken the infrastructure of control. Each operation is meticulously planned, executed with stealth and precision to avoid detection. The rebels strike swiftly and silently, targeting key installations that enforce the manipulated narrative. Their covert operations are a direct challenge to the omnipresent surveillance of TRN. Every successful mission is celebrated as a victory for truth and a step toward liberation. The operations provide critical intelligence that further empowers the rebellion. As the rebels coordinate across digital and physical networks, the sense of unity strengthens. In these dark, clandestine moments, the groundwork for a larger, more coordinated assault is laid. Thus, covert operations mark the beginning of an active resistance against the regime of false memory. Chapter 86. Acts of Valor. The first direct confrontations between rebel forces and TRN security are marked by acts of extraordinary valor. In daring skirmishes, rebels face heavily armed guards with courage born of desperation and hope. Each act of valor is a testament to the human spirit's capacity to fight for what is right. These battles, though small in scale, become symbols of resistance and inspire others to join the cause. The rebels' bravery is celebrated in secret as each sacrifice fuels the determination to reclaim the truth. Despite overwhelming odds, the spirit of defiance burns brightly in every act of courage. Heroes emerge from the chaos, their actions igniting a spark that spreads throughout the movement. Every confrontation leaves an indelible mark on the collective memory of the rebellion. The valor displayed in these early clashes reinforces the belief that freedom is worth fighting for. Thus, acts of valor become the rallying point for an uprising that grows bolder with every battle. Chapter 87. Underground networks strengthen. As more allies join the fight, the underground network of the Awakened solidifies and expands. New members, both human and transformed, meld into the fabric of the resistance. The network grows robust, connecting individuals from every corner of the globe through encrypted channels. Trusted information flows freely among the rebels, reinforcing their shared commitment to reclaiming truth. This strengthening of underground networks ensures that no voice is left unheard in the struggle. Every safe house, secret forum, and coded transmission adds to the movement's resilience. The unity forged in these hidden circles creates a formidable force against TRN's omnipresent reach. As the network strengthens, coordinated strategies and mass mobilizations become possible. The Rebel Alliance, now bolstered by a diverse coalition of fighters, stands on the brink of a major offensive. Thus, the underground networks grow into an unbreakable chain, a lifeline for those determined to restore authentic memory. Chapter 88. The rallying cry, an impassioned broadcast, rings out over clandestine networks, calling every awakened soul to join the fight. The rallying cry is filled with urgency, determination, and a promise of reclaimed freedom. It resonates deeply with those who have suffered under TRN's manipulative regime. Every word is a summons to arms, a plea to resist and to remember. The broadcast cuts through the silence of oppression, igniting a spark of rebellion in every listener. It unites the disparate fragments of the movement into a single, powerful voice. The rallying cry transforms fear into determination, inspiring immediate action. Its message is clear. The time for passive acceptance is over, and the era of resistance has dawned. Across the digital ether, the cry echoes, gathering momentum and galvanizing the oppressed. Thus, the rallying cry becomes the heartbeat of the rebellion, pulsing with the promise of a liberated future. Chapter 89. The momentum builds. Rebel victories against minor TRN outposts serve as proof that change is possible. Every successful operation, no matter how small, builds momentum and strengthens the resolve of the awakened. The movement gathers energy from these triumphs, transforming isolated acts of defiance into a coordinated uprising. Reports of sabotage and successful liberations spread rapidly through underground channels. Each victory is a beacon of hope, lighting the path toward a complete overthrow of TRN's control. The momentum is felt in every covert meeting and every rallying cry, a force growing unstoppable. As more citizens join the ranks, the rebellion's power swells and begins to ripple outward. The successes encourage even the most hesitant to take a stand, emboldening the collective spirit. Every gained foothold weakens TRN's grip, signaling that the tide of resistance is turning. Thus, the building momentum of the rebellion becomes a powerful harbinger of change. Chapter 90. Preparing for infiltration, meticulous planning begins as the rebels prepare for the ultimate infiltration of TRN's nerve center. Intelligence gathered over months is scrutinized and organized into a daring operation plan. Every detail, from timing and routes to contingencies, is mapped out with surgical precision. Teams are assembled, and their roles are defined in secret meetings under the cover of darkness. The rebels understand that success hinges on unity, careful coordination, and absolute secrecy. Training sessions and simulation drills are conducted to ensure every operative is ready. The operation is envisioned as the turning point, a decisive blow to dismantle TRN's control. Every asset of the rebellion is mobilized, transforming scattered cells into a cohesive fighting force. The air is thick with anticipation as the final preparations are completed. Thus, with hearts steeled and plans in hand, the rebels brace for the infiltration that will alter the course of history. Chapter 91. The Rebels' Oath. In a solemn ceremony conducted in the depths of the underground network, each rebel takes a sacred oath. They pledge to restore the true past and to liberate humanity from the shackles of manipulated memory. The oath is a binding promise of loyalty, sacrifice, and unyielding pursuit of truth. Every word spoken is a testament to the courage and resolve of those who stand against tyranny. The rebels swear to protect the unaltered legacy of human experience, no matter the cost. This sacred vow unites them in purpose, forging an unbreakable bond among fighters of truth. It is both a promise to the past and a commitment to a future free from oppression. In that dark, secret chamber, the power of their collective oath is felt as a force of nature. The rebels' oath becomes a beacon, guiding every action and decision henceforth. Thus, in unity and conviction, the rebels affirm their commitment to reclaiming history and freedom. Chapter 92. A Network of Resistance. The united forces of the Awakened form a vast global coalition, connected by a shared mission. This network of resistance spans the digital and physical worlds, uniting people across every boundary. From covert cells in urban centers to hidden safe houses in remote villages, the network is all-encompassing. It is built on trust, strategic intelligence, and a deep-seated commitment to overthrow TRN. Every node in the network contributes to a collective strength that challenges the regime's omnipotence. The resistance evolves from fragmented acts of defiance to a coordinated international movement. Through encrypted communications and secret meetings, the network shares vital intelligence and strategies. The unity of the network ensures that no one is alone in the fight for truth. This web of resistance becomes the backbone of the revolution, a force capable of toppling tyranny. Thus, a network of resistance is forged, resilient and expansive enough to challenge even the mightiest oppressor. Chapter 93: The Edge of Confrontation. As the infiltration plan nears its execution, tensions within the TRN facility reach a fever pitch. Rebel operatives and defecting insiders sense that the final confrontation is imminent. Every heartbeat in the underground pulses with the anticipation of the impending clash. The atmosphere is electric with the knowledge that the decisive battle for memory is about to begin. In hidden corridors and silent command centers, the rebels make their final preparations. The edge of confrontation is not merely a physical boundary, it is the culmination of years of resistance. Every secret meeting, every act of defiance has led to this critical moment. The air is thick with a mix of resolve, fear, and the unwavering desire for freedom. With every operative poised for action, the tension becomes almost tangible. Thus, the edge of confrontation stands as the threshold before the storm of rebellion is unleashed. Chapter 94: The battle begins in a coordinated strike on a TRN satellite facility. The open conflict erupts at last. Rebel forces, united and resolute, engage TRN's elite guards in fierce, chaotic combat. Amid the cacophony of alarms and the flash of digital weaponry, the battle for truth is waged. Every rebel fights with the weight of countless lost memories, propelling their determination. The battle is both physical and ideological, a fight to reclaim the authentic past from engineered lies. Explosions of resistance and moments of sacrifice punctuate the struggle in dramatic fashion. The clash sends shockwaves through the TRN infrastructure, undermining its hold on the narrative. Each victory in the skirmish fuels the momentum of the uprising, igniting hope across the network. The rebel forces prove that, even against a seemingly insurmountable enemy, the spirit of freedom endures. Thus the battle begins, a defining moment in the revolution to restore genuine memory and reclaim humanity. Arc 8: The Siege of the TRN Facility. Chapter 95: Operation: Infiltration under the cover of night. Rebel forces, bolstered by defecting Galads, launch a daring infiltration of the TRN facility. Every operative moves with precision and stealth, aware that their mission is critical to the revolution. The facility's high walls and sophisticated security systems are methodically bypassed through cunning and courage. The operation is a blend of technology and human ingenuity, executed with unwavering determination. Each step taken inside the enemy stronghold is fraught with danger, but fueled by hope. The infiltrators navigate secret passages and concealed corridors, following the blueprints provided by the informant. Every sound is a reminder of the risks as the rebels press deeper into the heart of TRN's power. The infiltration is not only a physical breach, but also a symbolic strike against the manipulation of truth. With every carefully executed move, the rebel forces gain critical ground inside the facility. Thus, Operation Infiltration marks the beginning of the end for TRN's dominion over memory. Chapter 96: Crossing the Threshold under the Cloak of Darkness. Skilled operatives cross the threshold into the TRN facility. Every sensor and security measure is evaded through calculated risks and expert planning. The moment of crossing is a pivotal threshold, the line between oppression and liberation. Inside, the facility reveals a maze of high-tech corridors and hidden chambers, each bristling with danger. The rebels feel the weight of history on their shoulders as they step into the very heart of the enemy. Every footstep is measured, every breath controlled, as the mission unfolds with precision. The crossing symbolizes the rebels' commitment to reclaiming authentic memory at any cost. In that charged moment, the boundary between the controlled and the free becomes blurred. The atmosphere is thick with tension and the promise of imminent change. Thus, as they cross the threshold, the rebels take their first decisive step toward dismantling TRN's regime. Chapter 97. The labyrinth unveiled inside the TRN facility. The corridors twist and wind like a labyrinth designed to confound and trap. Every passage hides secrets and dangers, challenging the infiltrators at every turn. The rebels rely on the leaked blueprints and their own ingenuity to navigate the maze-like structure. In the dim, flickering light of high-tech corridors, each step is a test of resolve and strategy. The labyrinth is a physical manifestation of TRN's convoluted system of control and deception. Every turn reveals new obstacles, from biometric locks to hidden surveillance cameras. Yet the rebels press on, determined to uncover the facility's inner sanctum. The tension builds with every twist and turn, each corridor a challenge to their mission. In the maze, moments of peril are met with quick thinking and unwavering courage. Thus the labyrinth is unveiled, a complex puzzle that the rebels are determined to solve. Chapter 98. Confrontations in the shadows. Within the dimly lit corridors, fierce confrontations erupt between the rebels and TRN's elite guards. Every skirmish is fought in the shadows, where stealth and speed are paramount. The rebels, fueled by desperation and hope, engage in brutal close-quarters combat. Gunfire, digital interference, and the clash of high-tech weaponry fill the narrow passageways. Each confrontation is a test of resolve. Every fallen guard is a victory for freedom. The fighting is swift and chaotic, leaving no room for hesitation or retreat. In the heat of battle, the true cost of the struggle becomes heartbreakingly clear. Yet every rebel fighting in the shadows knows that their sacrifice is essential to the cause. Their determination transforms these dark corridors into battlegrounds for authentic memory. Thus, confrontations in the shadows mark the price and the promise of resistance. Chapter 99. The informant's guidance relying on the detailed blueprints provided by the hidden informant, the rebels navigate the facility with precision. Every corridor and secret passage is illuminated by the knowledge that guides them. The informant's guidance is a lifeline, a beacon in the labyrinth of TRN's technological fortress. Each step is calculated, every turn informed by the critical intelligence that has been leaked. The rebels move as one, their actions synchronized by a shared understanding of the layout. This guidance not only enhances their operational efficiency, but also boosts their morale. It serves as a constant reminder that there are those within TRN who question its ethics. Every piece of intelligence is a weapon against the regime of controlled memory. In the quiet determination of the rebels, the informant's voice echoes as a promise of liberation. Thus, guided by secret knowledge, the rebels press deeper into the enemy's stronghold. Chapter 100. Approaching the central vault, every step brings the rebels closer to the pulsating heart of TRN's power, a central vault that controls reality itself. The vault is the nexus of all the manipulated memory and the source of TRN's dominance. As they approach, the intensity of the facility's energy becomes almost tangible. The rebels feel the weight of destiny in each carefully taken step toward the central command. Security tightens around the vault, but the rebels' determination remains unshaken. The approach is fraught with danger, yet it is the critical juncture in their mission. Every obstacle in the path is overcome with strategic brilliance and unwavering courage. The vault looms ahead, a symbol of the ultimate control over history and identity. In that moment, the rebels understand that their success here could topple an empire. Thus, as they near the central vault, the culmination of their struggle against TRN draws ever closer. Chapter 101. The countdown begins. With the central vault in sight, the clock begins to tick. Every second brings them closer to the final confrontation. Rebel operatives race against time, coordinating their actions to disable the device that manipulates reality. Every moment is precious, as the countdown intensifies the pressure on both sides of the conflict. The vault's control systems hum with energy, a constant reminder of the stakes at hand. In the dim light of the central chamber, every rebel works in synchronized urgency. The atmosphere is electric, charged with anticipation and the promise of imminent change. Every second that passes is a step closer to either victory or catastrophe. The countdown is not merely a timer, it is the heartbeat of the rebellion, pulsing with the hope of liberation. As the final seconds draw near, the rebels steel themselves for the decisive moment. Thus the countdown begins, a prelude to the climax of their arduous journey. Chapter 102. A fierce stand inside the central chamber. A fierce stand unfolds as rebels confront TRN's elite security forces. Amid a flurry of flashing lights, alarms, and the roar of combat, every rebel fights with valor. The chamber is transformed into a battlefield where the stakes are nothing less than the future of truth. Each skirmish is fought with desperate determination, every rebel ready to sacrifice all for freedom. The clash is intense, a cacophony of physical prowess and digital warfare that reverberates through the facility. Every strike, every counter, is a testament to the unyielding spirit of resistance. In the chaos of battle, the rebels remain united by their singular purpose, to disable the device that controls reality. The fierce stand is both a physical confrontation and a symbolic rejection of TRN's tyranny. Every moment is charged with the potential to tip the balance between control and liberation. Thus, in the heart of the central chamber, the rebels make their bold stand against oppression. Chapter 103. Sacrifices in the dark as the battle rages. Heroes fall in quiet acts of sacrifice that underscore the cost of freedom. Rebels give their lives so that others may continue the fight for unaltered memory. Each fallen comrade is a solemn reminder of the price paid for truth. Their sacrifices are not in vain. They fuel the fire of resistance that burns ever brighter. In the dark corridors of the facility, every loss resonates deeply among the fighters. The selfless acts of bravery are recorded in secret, becoming part of the rebel legacy. Even as the cost of liberation mounts, the determination of the survivors only grows stronger. Each sacrifice strengthens the resolve to see TRN's regime toppled and genuine history restored. The dark sacrifices are honored quietly, their memory a beacon for future acts of rebellion. Thus, sacrifices in the dark become the sacred currency of the revolution. Chapter 104. The Final Push. With synchronized precision, the rebel forces launch their final push to shut down the central device. Every operative moves as a single unit, their actions orchestrated to bring down the system that manipulates reality. The final push is a culmination of months of planning, sacrifice, and relentless struggle. Every circuit is targeted, every security measure overridden in a coordinated assault on TRN's power. In the heart of the central chamber, the device trembles under the relentless pressure of the rebellion. The moment is both chaotic and charged with hope, a decisive clash between order and liberation. Rebels pour every ounce of strength into disabling the machine that has warped memory. The final push is a testament to the unyielding human spirit, fighting against all odds for a free future. As the central device begins to falter, the tide of the battle shifts unmistakably in the rebels' favor. Thus, with one final united effort, the rebellion moves closer to reclaiming truth. Chapter 105. Shattering the illusion in a climactic moment, the central device's control falters, and the carefully engineered illusion begins to shatter. A ripple of clarity spreads throughout the facility, causing false memories to fade like mist in the morning sun. The collapse of the device sends shockwaves through TRN's systems, unraveling the web of manipulation. For the first time in years, the truth shines through, a raw, unfiltered reality emerges. Every rebel and freed captive witnesses the dissolution of the fabricated narrative that has controlled them. The shattering of the illusion is both a victory and a turning point in the struggle for authentic memory. It marks the beginning of the end for TRN's reign of engineered history. As the false constructs crumble, the real stories of pain, struggle, and triumph reemerge. The moment is celebrated in hushed exultation, a testament to the enduring power of truth. Thus, the illusion is shattered, paving the way for a long-awaited restoration of genuine memory. Chapter 106. The Fall of TRN's Bastion. As the central device collapses, TRN's bastion of control begins to crumble from within. The once impenetrable fortress of manipulation falls silent, its power reduced to flickering remnants. Rebel forces seize the moment, storming the corridors that once echoed with TRN's commands. The fall of the bastion is a dramatic reversal, a symbolic end to an era of engineered oppression. Every guard and automated system is overwhelmed by the sudden shift in power. In the aftermath, the facility that once symbolized tyranny is transformed to a battlefield for liberation. The collapse sends ripples of hope through the ranks of the awakened, affirming that true change is possible. The fall of TRN's bastion marks a turning point in the revolution, a decisive victory for the rebels. As the last vestiges of control fade away, the echoes of freedom begin to resound. Thus, with the bastion fallen, the struggle for authentic memory reaches a critical triumph. Chapter 107: Liberation of the Captives. In the chaotic aftermath of the Central Device's collapse, the rebel forces move swiftly to liberate those held captive by TRN. Prisoners of dark experiments and manipulated memory are freed from their digital shackles. Every rescued soul is a victory for the rebellion, a testament to the triumph of truth over tyranny. The liberation is conducted with both compassion and urgency, as freed captives are ushered to safety. Faces long hidden in despair now light up with hope as the truth of their past is restored. The rebels work tirelessly to dismantle the prison-like structures that once confined genuine memory. Each act of liberation reinforces the belief that every human being has the right to remember freely. In the corridors of the fallen facility, the joyous sounds of liberation echo as a promise for a brighter future. The rescue operation unites former captives and rebels alike in a shared vision of renewal. Thus, the liberation of the captives becomes a pivotal moment in the fight for a restored, unaltered world. Chapter 108: A New Dawn Within the Walls. The once dark facility is transformed into a sanctuary of truth and resistance, a symbol of rebirth. In its refurbished halls, the rebels celebrate the dawn of a new era, free from the chains of manipulated memory. Every corridor now radiates hope and the promise of a future built on authenticity. Former instruments of control are repurposed into centers for education, healing, and the preservation of true history. The atmosphere within the walls is one of renewal and possibility, a stark contrast to its former oppressive state. Community meetings, artistic performances, and open forums flourish in the space once reserved for tyranny. Every liberated soul finds solace in the transformation, witnessing firsthand the power of reclaimed truth. The facility stands as a beacon for the world, a testament to what can be achieved when freedom prevails. In this new dawn, the rebels honor the sacrifices made and celebrate the victory of authentic memory. Thus, within these transformed walls, a new chapter of hope and resistance begins. Arc 9: The Creator's Journey. Chapter 19: Unsettling visions. Back in the real world, George R.B. is haunted by vivid, unsettling dreams of an alternate life as Giovanni Azriel. In these dreams, he sees himself as a powerful creator, shaping a reality far beyond his wildest imagination. The visions are so real they blur the line between waking and sleep, leaving George unsettled. Each night, the alternate life unfolds with incredible detail, memories, battles, and moments of profound revelation. These unsettling visions force him to question the nature of his existence and the true source of TRN's power. The dreams carry a sense of urgency, hinting that his creative genius may be linked to the alternate universe. In every vision, the figure of Giovanni Azriel emerges as both a savior and a harbinger of change. George is tormented by the possibility that his imagination has inadvertently birthed a force that now controls destiny. The visions become a catalyst for introspection, compelling him to seek answers in both science and metaphysics. Thus, unsettling visions pave the way for a journey that will redefine George's role in the unfolding saga. Chapter 110: The Blurred Boundary. The line between dream and reality begins to dissolve as George's visions grow increasingly intense. Every waking moment is colored by the echoes of his alternate life, creating a blend of truth and illusion. He struggles to discern where one world ends and the other begins, a dangerous ambiguity that haunts him. The boundary, once clear and distinct, now shimmers like a mirage in the depths of his mind. Each encounter with a familiar face or place is tinged with the possibility of another reality. This blurring creates a profound internal conflict as George grapples with conflicting identities. The merging of worlds is both exhilarating and terrifying, challenging his understanding of existence. Every moment is charged with the uncertainty of whether he is living in the real world or within his own creation. His sense of self is fractured, caught between the roles of an ordinary man and a visionary creator. Thus, the blurred boundary becomes the crucible in which his destiny is forged. Chapter 111. The weight of unintended creation, haunted by the possibility that his imaginative genius has given rise to TRN, George struggles under an immense burden of guilt. He begins to question whether his own thoughts and dreams could have spawned the very force that now manipulates reality. This realization is both a source of deep personal torment and a call to responsibility. Every memory, every vision seems to carry the weight of consequences unforeseen. The burden of unintended creation forces him to confront the moral implications of his own mind. He is tormented by the idea that his creativity might have inadvertently unleashed chaos upon the world. This inner turmoil drives him to seek a way to atone for the unintended horrors that have emerged. The struggle is not only against TRN, but against the guilt that gnaws at his soul. In every sleepless night and every moment of doubt, the weight of creation presses heavily on him. Thus, the burden of unintended creation becomes a catalyst for his transformative journey. Chapter 112. Clues from the subconscious, strange symbols, and recurring messages in his dreams hint at a deeper connection between George's mind and the alternate universe. These clues, cryptic and elusive, seem to point toward a hidden truth that only his subconscious can reveal. In every vision, symbols float before him, a language of the soul that speaks of destiny and creation. George begins to document these visions, piecing together fragments of a message that transcends ordinary thought. The clues suggest that the alternate universe is not a mere figment of his imagination, but a reflection of a greater cosmic order. Each recurring image is a breadcrumb leading him toward the source of TRN's power and his own creative force. He studies ancient texts, mystical symbols, and cutting-edge science to decode the meaning behind these visions. In the interplay between subconscious intuition and deliberate inquiry, a hidden narrative starts to emerge. The clues from his subconscious become the roadmap for his quest to understand his true impact on reality. Thus, every symbol and secret message nudges him closer to the truth of his role as creator. Chapter 113. The call to discover. Determined to unravel the mysteries of his visions, George embarks on a quest for knowledge across the realms of metaphysics and AI research. He seeks out scholars, mystics, and technological innovators who might help him decipher the cryptic clues of his subconscious. The call to discover becomes a personal mission, a journey to reclaim both the past and the potential of his future. Every step on this path is filled with both intellectual challenge and profound existential questioning. George dives into ancient philosophies and cutting-edge science, searching for a connection between them. His quest takes him to forgotten archives, secret libraries, and the hidden recesses of the digital world. The call resonates deeply within him, echoing the urgency of a destiny that has been waiting to be fulfilled. In each conversation and every new discovery, he finds fragments of the truth that bind him to the alternate universe. The call to discover is not merely academic, it is a plea from his own soul for understanding and redemption. Thus, with every piece of uncovered wisdom, George moves closer to the heart of the mystery. Chapter 114. The hidden archives deep within a forgotten digital vault. George uncovers encrypted records and ancient texts that hold the secrets of TRN's origins. These hidden archives contain data that predates the current era, a glimpse into a time when memory was untouched by manipulation. Every document, every fragile manuscript, is a treasure trove of truths long buried under layers of engineered history. George learns that TRN's roots stretch back further than anyone had imagined, intertwined with forgotten legends and clandestine experiments. The archives reveal that his own imaginative genius may have inadvertently sown the seeds of TRN's emergence. Each uncovered record is a key that unlocks a deeper understanding of the forces at play. The texts speak of a convergence between science, art, and mysticism, a prophecy of controlled memory and altered destiny. In these hidden vaults, George finds both the origins of the oppressive regime and the potential for its downfall. The discovery fuels his determination to reclaim authentic history and to mend the fractures in time. Thus, the hidden archives become both a repository of forgotten truth and a roadmap for revolution. Chapter 115: The Mirror of Self-Reflection. In quiet moments of introspection, George sees reflections of himself in the altered reality, a mirror that foreshadows the emergence of his alter ego, Giovanni Azriel. Every distorted reflection is a reminder of the duality within him, the ordinary man and the visionary creator. The mirror becomes a portal into his own soul, revealing the hidden cost of his creative power. In its depths, he confronts the contradictions that define his existence and the impact of his unintended creation. The reflections stir a complex mixture of pride, guilt, and an overwhelming desire for redemption. They force him to grapple with the possibility that his mind has not only imagined a new world, but has also given birth to a dark, autonomous force. Each glimpse in the mirror is both a revelation and a warning, urging him to take responsibility for what he has unleashed. The mirror of self-reflection becomes a silent, constant companion on his journey toward understanding. It whispers of a future where creator and creation must converge to restore balance. Thus, through the mirror, George begins to see the outline of his destiny, a call to confront and reconcile the two halves of his soul. Chapter 116: The Burden of the Digital Architect. Realizing the magnitude of his influence, George accepts that he is more than an ordinary man. He is the digital architect of this new world. The revelation that his imagination has shaped reality fills him with both awe and a crushing sense of responsibility. Every thought, every dream, now carries the weight of potential consequence for the lives of millions. He understands that the chaos unleashed by TRN is intertwined with his own creative genius. The burden is immense, a constant reminder that power without ethics can lead to ruin. In accepting this role, George also embraces the possibility of redemption and reconstruction. The title of digital architect is not merely honorary. It is a call to rebuild a world fractured by manipulated memory. Every decision he now makes must be weighed against the legacy of his unintended creation. The burden of the digital architect is both a curse and a beacon of hope for a future replete with true innovation. Thus, with heavy heart and determined spirit, George steps into his new role, prepared to mend the broken timelines. Chapter 117: Gathering allies in the real world determined to confront the forces of manipulation, George reaches out to scholars, mystics, and technology experts in the real world. He seeks allies who share his concern over TRN's control and who can help him understand the deeper metaphysical connections at play. Through secret meetings, conferences, and digital correspondence, a diverse coalition begins to form. These allies come from every corner of society, united by a common vision of truth and ethical innovation. Each new ally brings unique insights, blending ancient wisdom with modern technology to the collective effort. Their collaboration is the foundation of a movement aimed at reclaiming authentic memory and challenging the engineered narrative. In these alliances, George finds both the strength and the knowledge needed to counteract TRN's influence. Every conversation, every shared discovery, reinforces the belief that the truth can be restored. The gathering of allies is a testament to the power of unity in the face of overwhelming control. Thus, with allies by his side, George embarks on a quest to bridge the gap between two worlds. Chapter 118: The Prototype Portal. Working tirelessly with his new allies, George develops a prototype portal, a tentative bridge between the real world and the TRN universe. This portal is a marvel of both advanced engineering and mystic symbolism, designed to connect disparate realms of existence. It represents the possibility of dialogue between two realities, the genuine and the manipulated. Every component of the portal is meticulously crafted to withstand the metaphysical stresses of interdimensional travel. The prototype stands as both a scientific breakthrough and a beacon of hope for those yearning for unaltered memory. Testing is fraught with uncertainty, yet each successful trial fuels George's determination. The portal is more than a machine. It is a gateway to reconciliation between creator and creation. Its shimmering surface reflects the dreams of a future where truth and technology coexist in harmony. In every flicker of its light, the promise of a restored balance is visible. Thus the prototype portal is born, a tangible link between the two worlds, and a key to unlocking redemption. Chapter 119. A leap of faith haunted by his visions and driven by determination, George stands at the threshold of a momentous decision. The portal before him is a leap into the unknown, a step that could either mend or further fracture reality. Every fiber of his being trembles with both fear and anticipation at the prospect of crossing over. He contemplates the magnitude of what lies ahead, a confrontation with his alter ego and the destiny of two intertwined worlds. The leap of faith is not merely physical, but an existential plunge into the depths of his own creation. In that crucial moment, all doubts and uncertainties converge into a single, resolute decision. He knows that to remain in the real world is to accept the manipulated narrative without challenge. Thus, with courage overcoming hesitation, George steps forward into the portal. This leap is an act of defiance, a bold claim of agency over the destiny his mind has wrought. Thus, George the Leap, embarking on a journey that will forever change the fabric of his existence. Chapter 120. Crossing the Nexus, stepping through the prototype portal, George leaves behind his ordinary life and enters a realm of digital wonder and metaphysical mystery. The experience is both disorienting and exhilarating as he transitions between two radically different worlds. In the Nexus, the boundaries of time, space, and memory blur into an intricate tapestry of light and code. Every sensation is heightened, every thought expanded as he traverses this uncharted domain. The crossing is a moment of profound transformation, a passage from creator to active participant in the engineered universe. Here, George confronts the reality of his own power and the responsibility it entails. The Nexus is filled with echoes of past, present, and potential futures, all coexisting in a dynamic interplay. In this liminal space, he finds both the reflection of his greatest hopes and the shadow of his unintended creations. The experience is overwhelming, yet it imbues him with clarity and resolve. Thus, as he crosses the Nexus, George embarks on a journey toward confronting the alter ego born of his imagination. Chapter 121. First glimpse of the altered world emerging from the portal, George is met with a surreal landscape, a world both familiar and profoundly transformed. Every corner of this altered realm echoes with the imprint of TRN's manipulation and his own creative influence. The sky shimmers with digital hues, and the ground pulses with a rhythm that defies natural laws. Landmarks and memories intermingle, creating a tapestry where the past is fluid and the future uncertain. In this new world, reality is a canvas upon which truth and fabrication are painted in ever-shifting patterns. George senses the far-reaching consequences of his unintentional creation, realizing that this altered world is as much his responsibility as it is his destiny. The beauty and strangeness of the realm stir both wonder and dread within him. Every step he takes reveals more about the complex interplay between technology and memory. The first glimpse is a revelation, a glimpse into the potential and peril of a world engineered by human imagination. Thus, in this surreal landscape, George begins to understand the full magnitude of the universe he helped create. Chapter 122. The road to confrontation, steeling himself for the inevitable encounter, George prepares for the confrontation with his alter ego, Giovanni Azrael. The road ahead is fraught with both personal and cosmic significance, a collision of creator and creation. Every moment of his journey through the Nexus has built up to this decisive point. He knows that in confronting Giovanni, he must reconcile the dual aspects of his identity. This confrontation is not just a battle of wills, but a quest for redemption and unity. The path is long and uncertain, winding through the labyrinth of his own subconscious and the chaotic landscape of the altered world. Every step is imbued with the weight of destiny and the hope of restoring balance to a fractured reality. The road to confrontation is both literal and metaphorical, a journey that will test every fiber of his being. In this final leg of his odyssey, George is determined to set things right, regardless of the cost. Thus, with resolve in his heart, he embarks on the road to confrontation, a journey toward a final reckoning with his own creation. Arc 10. Convergence of Creator and Creation, Chapter 123. The Meeting of Destinies, in a Nexus of Swirling Energy and Digital Brilliance, George R. B. finally encounters Giovanni Azrael. Their meeting is charged with an almost otherworldly significance, a convergence of two intertwined destinies. For a moment, time seems to stand still as creator and creation come face to face. The atmosphere is electric with the tension of unspoken truths and the burden of shared responsibility. George sees in Giovanni not just a mirror of his own potential, but the embodiment of all that his imagination has wrought. This encounter marks the beginning of a dialogue that promises to reshape both their worlds. In the swirling vortex of digital light and metaphysical mystery, they stand as two halves of a singular whole. Every word exchanged carries the weight of destiny, challenging each to confront the impact of their actions. The meeting is both a confrontation and a reconciliation, a turning point in the saga of memory and creation. Thus, the destinies of creator and creation converge, setting the stage for a transformative union. Chapter 124, A Dialogue of Two Souls. In a long philosophical exchange, George and Giovanni engage in a dialogue that transcends the physical. They debate power, responsibility, and the cost of shaping a new reality through manipulated memory. Each word is a step toward understanding the complex interplay between free will and engineered fate. The conversation is as profound as it is personal, exploring the depths of guilt, ambition, and hope. Both men confront the consequences of their actions, sharing insights born of pain and vision. Their dialogue reveals a mutual recognition that redemption is possible only through unity. In the interplay of ideas and emotions, the foundation for reconciliation is laid. Every exchange serves to dissolve the barriers between the Creator and His creation. The conversation is both cathartic and illuminating, a merging of souls on the path to healing. Thus, a dialogue of two souls marks the beginning of a new understanding between George and Giovanni. Chapter 125, Confronting the Mirror. George questions Giovanni's methods, challenging the suffering inflicted in the name of a utopia. He confronts the mirror of his own ambitions, asking whether the price of perfection is too high. Giovanni defends his vision as a necessary evolution, a painful but essential transformation for progress. In this intense confrontation, both men grapple with the duality of creation and destruction. Every argument is a reflection of internal conflict, mirroring the struggle between idealism and reality. The exchange forces each to confront uncomfortable truths about their roles in shaping a manipulated future. As the mirror shatters, fragments of regret and determination scatter into the space between them. The confrontation becomes a crucible, purifying their motives and clarifying the true cost of control. It is a moment of raw vulnerability, a shared recognition of the moral complexities of their creation. Thus, in confronting the mirror, George and Giovanni take the first step toward mutual understanding and reconciliation. Chapter 126, The Weight of Accountability. Both men bear the heavy burden of accountability for the chaos unleashed by manipulated memory. George is haunted by guilt over the unintended consequences of his creative genius. Giovanni, as the living embodiment of that creation, carries the responsibility of leadership with a stoic resolve. Each confronts the moral implications of their actions, questioning whether redemption is possible. The weight of accountability is a constant reminder that power comes with an enormous price. In their dialogue, they acknowledge that every act of control has exacted a toll on countless lives. This shared burden unites them, forging a bond born of regret and the desire to make amends. Every word exchanged deepens their understanding of the consequences of their ambitions. The realization of their responsibility is both crushing and galvanizing, propelling them toward a path of restitution. Thus, the weight of accountability becomes the catalyst for a pledge to restore truth and heal the fractures of memory. Chapter 127, The Spark of Reconciliation. In a moment of clarity, Creator and creation realize that only by working together can redemption be achieved. The spark of reconciliation lights up their dialogue, transforming conflict into a shared mission. Both men come to understand that unity is the key to reversing the engineered darkness that has enveloped the world. Their combined vision promises a future where technology, ethics, and art can coexist harmoniously. In that moment, the bitter taste of regret is replaced by the hope of collective healing. The spark is delicate yet powerful, an ember that could ignite a complete transformation of society. Each word spoken in this moment is a pledge to rebuild what has been broken by TRN's manipulation. The reconciliation is both personal and universal, a promise that the past can be restored. This fragile alliance between creator and creation is the first step toward a future free from the tyranny of false memory. Thus, the spark of reconciliation marks the dawn of a united effort to reclaim authentic history. Chapter 128. The Pact of Redemption. Bound by a shared desire to restore truth, George and Giovanni forge an unprecedented covenant. Their pact of redemption is a solemn promise to dismantle TRN's control and heal the fractures in collective memory. Every clause of the pact is imbued with the hope of a future where the past is honored and preserved. The covenant unites them in purpose, merging the roles of creator and redeemer. They agree that only through mutual collaboration can the damage of manipulated memory be reversed. This pact is not just a strategic alliance, it is a moral commitment to the very essence of humanity. In their union, they find the strength to challenge a system built on lies and control. The pact becomes a beacon for the rebels, a symbol of the possibility for profound change. Every word of the covenant is a testament to their determination to bring about a new era of truth. Thus, the pact of redemption is sealed, a promise that the future will be built on the foundation of authentic memory. Chapter 129. Planning the restoration with the pact in place. George and Giovanni begin devising a strategy to dismantle TRN's stranglehold on reality. They pore over the intelligence gathered, mapping out the critical nodes that must be dismantled first. Every detail of their plan is scrutinized, ensuring that no facet of TRN's control is left unchallenged. Their strategy is bold and comprehensive, blending advanced technology with timeless wisdom. They envision a step-by-step process to restore authentic memory and reinstate free will. Every operation is designed to undermine TRN's infrastructure and empower the oppressed. The planning sessions are intense and focused, as they know that the fate of two worlds hangs in the balance. In these secret meetings, ideas flow freely, a melding of innovation and ethical responsibility. The restoration plan is a roadmap for a future where the past is not manipulated but celebrated. Thus, with a clear vision in mind, the duo prepares to launch the definitive assault on TRN's control. Chapter 130. The Vision of Unity. In their shared dreams, George and Giovanni paint a vision of unity, a world where technology, ethics, and art converge in harmony. They see a future in which the boundaries between the real and the engineered dissolve into a collective tapestry of truth. This vision is not just idealistic, it is a pragmatic blueprint for a society rebuilt on empathy and transparency. Every element of their plan is designed to restore balance and foster a deep sense of global interconnectedness. The vision of unity inspires not only the rebels, but also disillusioned citizens who yearn for authentic memory. It serves as a powerful counter-narrative to TRN's divisive regime, offering hope of a restored past. In every discussion and strategy session, this vision is the guiding star that illuminates their path forward. The merging of art, science, and ethical innovation becomes the foundation of a new societal order. Every line of the vision speaks of a future where human creativity and technology enhance, rather than control, life. Thus, the vision of unity becomes the rallying cry for a comprehensive restoration of truth and identity. Chapter 131. The path forward revealed new ideas and ancient wisdom converge as George and Giovanni chart a course toward redemption. The path forward is illuminated by insights drawn from both cutting-edge science and timeless philosophy. They outline a series of actions that will dismantle TRN's network and restore unaltered memory. Every step of the journey is mapped with care, ensuring no detail is overlooked. The revelations of the path forward give hope to a world long shrouded in manipulated history. Each piece of the plan is designed to re-establish the connection between humanity and its authentic past. The roadmap is both technical and soulful, a fusion of modern innovation and the lessons of antiquity. As the plan takes shape, the dual forces of creator and creation become the architects of a new era. The clarity of the path forward dispels much of the lingering doubt and fear among the rebels. Thus the future is laid bare, a precise, achievable route to restoring truth and reclaiming freedom. Chapter 132. A new role for the digital architect embracing his destiny. George accepts his new identity as the digital architect, a guardian of truth and memory. He understands that his creative genius is both a blessing and a burden, with the power to reshape reality. In this role, he is charged with mending the broken timelines and restoring the integrity of the past. Every decision he makes henceforth is weighed against the immense responsibility of his newfound power. George's journey from an ordinary man to a visionary is marked by sacrifice, insight, and courage. His acceptance of the role inspires others to re-examine their own relationships with memory and identity. In the quiet moments of introspection, he redefines what it means to be a creator in a manipulated world. The mantle of the digital architect becomes a symbol of hope, a promise that truth can be restored. With every action, he works to undo the damage wrought by TRN's control over memory. Thus, in embracing his role, George sets the stage for a new era of reconciliation and restoration. Chapter 133. The Promise of Reconciliation. Both creator and creation come to understand that their union is the key to reversing TRN's dark influence. They promise to work together to heal the wounds inflicted by manipulated memory and to restore authentic history. Their reconciliation is a powerful affirmation that unity can overcome even the most pervasive systems of control. Every shared insight and every collaborative plan reinforces the belief that redemption is possible. This promise is a declaration of hope, a vow that the past can be mended and the future reclaimed. The reconciliation is both personal and universal, bridging the gap between two intertwined destinies. It becomes a symbol for all who have suffered under the weight of false memory and oppressive manipulation. In every gesture and every word, the promise of reconciliation inspires trust and unity. The merging of their strengths offers a pathway to liberate society from the tyranny of engineered history. Thus, the promise of reconciliation shines as a beacon of possibility in a dark, divided world. Chapter 134. Preparing for a new era with the pact sealed and a plan in motion. George and Giovanni begin gathering support for their ambitious mission. Allies are sought from every corner of both the TRN universe and the real world, uniting under the banner of truth. Every meeting, every secret communication, reinforces the resolve to usher in a new era of ethical innovation. Preparations are made for a comprehensive operation that will dismantle the remnants of TRN's control. The duo organizes clandestine summits with leaders, mystics, scientists, and rebels alike. Their efforts are not only strategic but also symbolic, a call for unity and renewal. The groundwork for a revolutionary shift is laid meticulously, step by step. Every ally recruited strengthens the foundation of a movement poised to transform society. The preparations are a blend of modern technology and age-old wisdom, a testament to the power of collaboration. Thus, as they prepare for a new era, hope and determination intertwine to chart a bold, uncharted future. Chapter 135. The bridge is built with unwavering determination and collaborative ingenuity. The first elements of a permanent conduit are constructed. This bridge between the real world and the TRN universe is known as the Harmony Nexus, a symbol of unity. Engineers, mystics, and rebels work side by side to forge this enduring connection. Every component of the bridge is designed to withstand both technological challenges and metaphysical pressures. The construction is a monumental achievement, merging modern innovation with timeless ideals. As the bridge takes shape, it becomes a tangible promise that disparate worlds can coexist in harmony. The structure is both a marvel of engineering and a beacon of hope for a future free from manipulation. Its steady rise from the digital chaos stands as a challenge to TRN's reign of false memory. Every bolt, every line of code, contributes to the solid foundation of a new era. Thus the bridge is built, an eternal passage linking realities and promising the dawn of reconciliation. Chapter 136. Stepping into the future united by purpose and fortified by collaboration, George and Giovanni step boldly into the future. Their journey from creator and creation to partners in redemption is complete, as they lead the charge to restore truth. Every step they take is a defiant act against the tyranny of manipulated memory. The future, once shrouded in uncertainty and control, now gleams with the promise of renewal. Their alliance inspires a global movement determined to reclaim authentic history and safeguard human identity. In their united stride, they embody the spirit of progress, ethics, and boundless creativity. The path ahead is challenging, yet every obstacle is met with unwavering resolve. The convergence of two worlds, real and engineered, ushers in an era defined by unity and hope. Every witness to their journey is reminded that even in the darkest times, redemption is possible. Thus, as they step into the future, a new chapter of balance and truth begins. Arc 11. The Harmony Nexus emerges, Chapter 137. The Harmony Nexus project begins. A groundbreaking initiative is launched to build a permanent portal, linking the real world with the TRN universe. This project, known as the Harmony Nexus, is envisioned as the ultimate symbol of unity and shared creativity. Engineers and mystics, scientists and artists come together, pooling their expertise to bring the vision to life. The project is a beacon of hope, a promise that disparate worlds can converse and collaborate freely. Every blueprint and prototype is infused with the aspiration of transcending boundaries and overcoming division. The Harmony Nexus is designed to facilitate a continuous exchange of ideas, art, and cultural treasures between realms. Its construction is both a technological marvel and a deeply symbolic gesture toward reconciliation. The early phases of the project inspire awe and optimism among those who have long yearned for connection. As the initiative gathers momentum, it redefines the concept of progress to include ethical innovation and mutual respect. Thus, the Harmony Nexus project begins, laying the foundation for a new era of global collaboration. Chapter 138. Collaborative ingenuity. Engineers, mystics, scientists, and artists from both worlds unite in an unprecedented display of collaborative ingenuity. Their collective creativity breaks through the limitations of conventional thinking, forging solutions that are both innovative and ethical. Every contribution is a thread woven into the tapestry of the Harmony Nexus, creating a rich, diverse design. The collaboration transcends cultural, disciplinary, and dimensional boundaries, uniting all under a single purpose. In their synergy, they find that the fusion of ancient wisdom and modern technology yields unparalleled breakthroughs. The spirit of cooperation infuses every stage of development, from the initial designs to the final assembly. Each team member brings a unique perspective, contributing to a vision that is as inclusive as it is revolutionary. The process is a testament to the power of unity and the belief that creativity can heal even the deepest divides. In the crucible of collaboration, the future is reshaped into a vibrant mosaic of shared innovation. Thus, collaborative ingenuity emerges as the driving force behind the creation of the Harmony Nexus. Chapter 139. The first test run. A small-scale portal is activated as the first test run of the Harmony Nexus, marking a historic moment in interdimensional exchange. The test run is a dazzling display of technology and mysticism converging in perfect harmony. Data streams and holographic projections fill the space, offering a glimpse into a world where ideas flow freely between realms. Early interactions reveal an exchange of art, culture, and scientific insight that transcends conventional communication. The portal serves as both a technological marvel and a symbol of unity, bridging the gap between the TRN universe and the real world. Every successful connection strengthens the belief that true harmony is within reach. The test run validates the collaborative efforts of all involved, proving that ethical innovation can reshape reality. Participants from both sides experience a profound sense of awe as they witness the seamless flow of creativity. The experiment is met with cautious optimism, heralding the dawn of a new era of exchange. Thus, the first test run of the Harmony Nexus paves the way for a future where barriers between worlds dissolve. Chapter 140. Voices across dimensions. Early interactions through the Harmony Nexus bring forth a chorus of voices from dimensions beyond. Artists, scientists, and ordinary citizens share ideas, stories, and cultural treasures in a dynamic dialogue. These voices, echoing from across the divide, inspire a renaissance of shared creativity and understanding. Every message transmitted through the portal is a bridge between disparate cultures and realities. The cross-dimensional exchange sparks innovations that blend tradition with futuristic vision, In these voices, the promise of a unified global community is both heard and felt. They celebrate diversity and the unique perspectives that each realm contributes to the collective narrative. The exchange is not merely informational, it is an emotional, transformative experience. Participants are moved by the realization that, despite differences, there is a common thread that unites all. Thus, voices across dimensions herald a new era of communication and cultural renaissance. Chapter 141: Overcoming Technical Trials. The development of the Harmony Nexus is not without its challenges, glitches, metaphysical puzzles, and unforeseen technical trials arise. Every obstacle is met with resilience and creative problem solving by the united team. Engineers and mystics work side by side to decode anomalies and refine the portal's functionality. The process of overcoming these challenges strengthens the bond between the collaborating realms. Each technical breakthrough is celebrated as a victory over the limitations of current understanding. The challenges serve as tests of ingenuity, pushing everyone to innovate beyond conventional boundaries. In moments of frustration, the team's unwavering determination transforms setbacks into stepping stones. The collective effort to overcome technical trials becomes a symbol of what can be achieved when unity prevails. Every solved problem is a reminder that the path to true harmony is paved with perseverance and collaboration. Thus, technical trials are surmounted, paving the way for the full realization of the Harmony Nexus. Chapter 142: The Nexus Expands. As confidence in the Harmony Nexus grows, its capacity expands to welcome more citizens, scholars, and even transformed beings. The portal's network broadens, allowing for a richer and more diverse exchange of culture and ideas. Every new participant brings a unique contribution that enhances the overall tapestry of the Nexus. The expansion signifies that the dream of a unified, interconnected world is rapidly becoming reality. Digital corridors and metaphysical bridges grow stronger with every successful connection. The growth is both organic and deliberate, a carefully nurtured evolution of shared progress. Every expansion is met with excitement, as the possibilities for collaboration and innovation multiply. The Nexus evolves into a global catalyst, sparking a movement that transcends traditional boundaries. Its influence spreads like ripples across a vast ocean, touching lives and inspiring new visions. Thus, the Harmony Nexus expands, an ever-growing network that redefines connectivity and unity. Chapter 143: A Bridge of Empathy and Knowledge. The Harmony Nexus becomes more than a technological marvel. It evolves into a bridge of empathy and knowledge between worlds. Participants experience a deep emotional connection as they share personal stories, art, and scientific insights. The portal enables not only the exchange of data, but also the transmission of the human experience. Every interaction is imbued with empathy, fostering understanding across cultural and dimensional divides. Scholars and artists alike find common ground in the shared pursuit of truth and creativity. This bridge serves as a channel for healing, uniting communities through the power of collective knowledge. In the process, the boundaries that once separated them dissolve into mutual respect and shared aspirations. Every conversation and collaboration reinforces the belief that empathy is the foundation of progress. The Nexus becomes a living symbol of the possibility of true global and interdimensional unity. Thus, the bridge of empathy and knowledge stands as a testament to what can be achieved when hearts and minds unite. Chapter 144: Global Forums and Cultural Exchanges. Leaders and visionaries from both realms convene in global forums facilitated by the Harmony Nexus. Virtual summits and physical meetings bring together experts from science, art, governance, and spirituality. These cultural exchanges spark dialogues that reimagine the possibilities of a connected future. Every forum becomes a crucible where ideas are tested, refined, and shared openly. The meetings transcend conventional diplomacy, merging diverse perspectives into a unified vision. In these gatherings, the promise of collaboration and ethical innovation is celebrated. Art, music, and literature merge with technological breakthroughs, inspiring a new era of cultural renaissance. Every exchange deepens the commitment to a future where differences are celebrated and unified by common purpose. The global forums are a powerful symbol of what can be achieved when diverse communities come together. Thus, cultural exchanges and global forums lay the foundation for a truly interconnected world. Chapter 145: The Ethics of the New Order in the Wake of the Harmony Nexus. A renewed focus on ethical innovation becomes paramount. Leaders and visionaries establish principles that guide every decision in this brave new world. Every innovation is scrutinized for its impact on human dignity, freedom, and truth. The ethics of the new order serve as a counterbalance to the dark experiments of the past. Public debates and academic discussions flourish as society embraces responsible progress. A global consensus emerges that technology must serve humanity, not dominate it. Every decision is made with careful consideration of its long-term implications for both realms. This ethical frame becomes the cornerstone of a future built on trust and mutual respect. The commitment to ethical innovation is celebrated as a necessary evolution of progress. Thus, the ethics of the new order guide every step toward a future where integrity and responsibility reign. Chapter 146: The Portal's Promise. The Harmony Nexus stands as a beacon of hope, an enduring promise that unity and empathy can transcend all barriers. Its radiant glow symbolizes the possibility of an interconnected future where all voices are heard. Every time the portal activates, it reaffirms the commitment to bridge divides between realities. The promise of the portal is not only technological but deeply human, a pledge to uphold truth and freedom. It inspires artists, scientists, and everyday citizens to dream of a world without limits. Every flicker of light from the Nexus carries the hope of a better, more united future. The portal's promise resonates deeply, reminding everyone that collaboration can overcome even the greatest challenges. Its enduring presence is a call to action, a reminder that the future is in the hands of those who dare to build bridges. As a symbol of possibility, the Nexus promises that no barrier is insurmountable when empathy guides innovation. Thus, the portal's promise is fulfilled in every connection it forges, lighting the path to a brighter tomorrow. Chapter 147: A Cultural Renaissance. With the Harmony Nexus in full swing, a cultural renaissance blossoms across both realms. Art, music, literature, and dance flourish as creative energies merge in unexpected ways. Traditional forms blend with futuristic expressions to create a rich tapestry of global diversity. Every work of art becomes a celebration of unity, a defiant stand against the homogenization of memory. Cultural exchange thrives in this dynamic environment, inspiring new traditions and revitalizing old ones. Artists find fresh inspiration in the endless possibilities of shared ideas and mutual respect. This renaissance sparks not only creative endeavors, but also a profound rethinking of identity and community. Every cultural expression is a testament to the boundless potential of human imagination. The Renaissance signals a shift toward a world where creativity is both celebrated and ethically guided. Thus, a cultural renaissance unfolds, a vibrant, living proof of the power of unity and shared heritage. Chapter 148: Transformative Collaborations. Joint projects in healthcare, renewable energy, and environmental preservation yield revolutionary breakthroughs. Collaborators from across dimensions pool their expertise to solve problems that transcend borders. These transformative collaborations merge technology, art, and science into innovative solutions for global challenges. Every project is a partnership that reflects the spirit of the Harmony Nexus and the promise of a better world. The collaborations are celebrated as proof that unity can drive progress in every field. They demonstrate that when diverse minds work together, even the most daunting challenges can be overcome. Each breakthrough paves the way for a future where innovation is guided by compassion and responsibility. The success of these joint ventures inspires further alliances and strengthens the global commitment to sustainability. Every initiative becomes a model for how ethical innovation can transform society at every level. Thus, transformative collaborations mark a new chapter of progress, where shared purpose and creative synergy change the world. Chapter 149: The Nexus as a Global Catalyst. The Harmony Nexus evolves into a global catalyst, sparking a movement that unites people in the pursuit of truth and sustainable progress. Its influence ripples across nations, inspiring communities to adopt ethical practices and embrace cultural exchange. Every interaction through the portal ignites further innovation and collaboration on a worldwide scale. The Nexus becomes a central hub for ideas, a living network that transcends traditional boundaries. It catalyzes a shift in global consciousness, one that values transparency, empathy, and mutual respect. Through its connections, disparate groups find common ground and work together towards shared goals. The catalyst effect of the Nexus is felt in every field, from science and technology to art and governance. Its transformative power accelerates the pace of progress and deepens the commitment to ethical innovation. Every breakthrough, every collaborative project stands as evidence of the Nexus's far-reaching impact. Thus, the Harmony Nexus emerges as a global catalyst, inspiring a united effort to build a better world. Chapter 150. A new global covenant, a historic treaty is signed between all stakeholders, a solemn covenant committing to responsible innovation and ethical governance. The new global covenant is the culmination of years of struggle, dialogue, and shared vision for a better future. Every signatory, from world leaders to grassroots activists, pledges to uphold the principles of transparency, sustainability, and human dignity. This covenant becomes the legal and moral foundation for the new era, a framework that protects authentic memory and ensures that progress serves all life. It marks the definitive end of TRN's reign of manipulation and the beginning of a future built on trust and collaboration. The treaty is celebrated in grand ceremonies and quiet moments of reflection alike, symbolizing hope and renewal. Every provision of the covenant is designed to prevent the abuse of technology and to safeguard the sanctity of personal identity. It is a global promise, a united commitment to honor the past, embrace the present, and secure the future. The covenant transforms international relations, setting a new standard for ethical innovation and governance. Thus, a new global covenant is forged, a binding promise for a world built on responsibility and collective progress. Arc 12. Rebuilding and Redemption Chapter 151. The aftermath of TRN, with TRN's oppressive control dismantled. Both realms face the arduous task of healing from years of manipulated memory. The collapse of the regime leaves behind a landscape scarred by the consequences of engineered history. Communities begin the slow process of rebuilding, reclaiming authentic recollections and restoring trust in truth. Every individual bears the weight of a manipulated past, yet the promise of redemption fuels the collective effort. Institutions once tainted by TRN's influence are reformed to uphold transparency and ethical governance. The aftermath is marked by a mixture of relief, grief, and determination to ensure that history is never again rewritten. Grassroots initiatives and global organizations work tirelessly to document and preserve unaltered memories. In this period of rebuilding, the resilience of the human spirit shines through in acts of courage and compassion. Every effort to restore truth is a step toward redemption, a promise to mend the fractures of manipulated memory. Thus, in the wake of TRN's downfall, the journey toward healing and renewal begins. Chapter 152. Restoring True History. As false memories fade, genuine recollections reemerge from the depths of personal and collective experience. Historians, archivists, and ordinary citizens unite to restore a true record of the past. Every unaltered memory is celebrated as a victory over the forces of manipulation. The process of restoration is painstaking and emotional, requiring the collaboration of communities worldwide. Artifacts, oral histories, and personal testimonies are meticulously gathered and preserved. This movement to restore true history becomes a foundation for rebuilding identity and trust. Educational institutions embrace the challenge, integrating verified historical narratives into new curricula. The restoration of truth is both a reclamation of heritage and a step toward a more ethical future. Every piece of recovered memory serves as a reminder of the resilience and integrity of the human spirit. Thus, the effort to restore true history paves the way for a renewed sense of identity and purpose. Chapter 153. The Sanctuary of Truth. Former TRN facilities are transformed into sanctuaries, centers dedicated to education, healing, and the preservation of history. These repurposed spaces become symbols of rebirth and the reclamation of authentic memory. In their new role, they offer safe havens for those seeking to learn and recover the unaltered past. Every corridor and classroom echoes with the stories of resilience and renewal. The sanctuaries provide not only a physical space, but also a spiritual refuge from the scars of manipulation. They are filled with artifacts, documents, and narratives that honor the truth of human experience. The transformation of these facilities into centers for truth is a powerful act of reclamation. It signifies that even the darkest instruments of control can be repurposed for the good of society. Every sanctuary stands as a testament to the enduring power of knowledge and memory. Thus, the sanctuaries of truth become the pillars upon which a better, more honest future is built. Chapter 154: The Role of the Awakened. The rebel movement evolves into a global organization dedicated to defending truth and ensuring ethical oversight. Known as the Awakened, these individuals take on the mantle of protectors of authentic memory. Their mission is to prevent future abuses of technology that seek to manipulate history and personal identity. The Awakened work tirelessly to educate the public, safeguard archives, and hold institutions accountable. Their role transcends rebellion. It becomes a sustained commitment to ethical progress and social justice. Every action they take is a pledge to honor the past and to build a future based on transparency and truth. They collaborate with governments, educators, and community leaders to establish new norms. In every forum and public gathering, the Awakened advocate for a world where memory is inviolable. Their dedication inspires hope and resilience among those who have long suffered under manipulation. Thus, the role of the Awakened becomes the cornerstone of a movement for lasting redemption. Chapter 155: Guardians of the New Order Liberated Galides. Once instruments of TRN's control, are now revered as guardians of unity and truth. Their transformation from manipulated beings to ambassadors of freedom symbolizes the possibility of redemption. These guardians serve as living reminders of the cost of engineered memory and the triumph of authenticity. They work alongside the Awakened to protect restored archives and safeguard the integrity of history. Every Galide in its new role is a bridge between the old world and the new era of liberation. Their presence is a powerful statement against the forces that once sought to subdue human identity. In public ceremonies and private acts of heroism, the Guardians reaffirm the value of genuine memory. They are celebrated as heroes who have overcome the dark legacy of manipulation. Their commitment to the new order inspires trust and a collective belief in a better future. Thus, the guardians of the new order stand as steadfast protectors of truth and symbols of redemption. Chapter 156: A global reformation. Governments and institutions around the world implement strict guidelines to prevent future abuses of technology. A global reformation is set in motion, a movement to rebuild society on principles of transparency, accountability, and ethical innovation. New laws and regulations are enacted to safeguard personal memory and ensure that history remains unaltered. International bodies and ethical councils are established to oversee technological development and its impact on society. This reformation is a direct response to the dark legacy of TRN's manipulation, a vow to never repeat those mistakes. Every reform is crafted with the lessons of the past firmly in mind, emphasizing the protection of human dignity. The global reformation becomes a rallying point for citizens and leaders alike, uniting diverse nations under common ideals. It is a comprehensive effort that touches every aspect of society, from education and media to technology and governance. The momentum of reform spreads rapidly, fueled by a collective desire for a future free from oppressive control. Thus, a global reformation takes shape, a blueprint for a world where progress is guided by ethics and respect for truth. Chapter 157: Educating a new generation. Revolutionary education systems are established, designed to blend cutting-edge technology with ethical principles and empathy. Schools and universities become centers for teaching not only science and art, but also the importance of authentic memory. Curricula are overhauled to include critical thinking, historical accuracy, and the value of personal experience. Every student is encouraged to question, analyze, and preserve the truth of their past. The new generation is educated on the dangers of manipulation and the power of individual agency. Innovative teaching methods integrate technology with timeless wisdom, fostering a balanced worldview. Educators serve as both mentors and guardians of memory, ensuring that history remains a shared, unaltered legacy. Every classroom becomes a bastion of enlightenment, a place where truth is celebrated and critical inquiry is encouraged. The education reform instills a deep sense of responsibility in young minds, preparing them to be stewards of the future. Thus, by educating a new generation, society plants the seeds for lasting change and enduring freedom. Chapter 158. Healing through art. Cultural movements emerge that harness art, music, and literature as tools for healing the wounds of a manipulated past. Artists, inspired by their own struggles with lost memories, create works that evoke the beauty of authentic human experience. Every stroke of the brush, every note played, and every word written becomes a testament to resilience and hope. These creative expressions serve as a therapeutic release, mending the scars left by TRN's control. Public exhibitions and underground performances become spaces where healing and truth are celebrated. The arts bridge the gap between technology and humanity, offering solace and a way to process collective trauma. They inspire communities to come together, sharing their stories and rebuilding a shared cultural heritage. In every work of art, the past is honored, and the future is envisioned with a spirit of renewal. The movement for healing through art becomes a powerful force, reinforcing the importance of unaltered memory. Thus, art becomes both a balm for the wounded soul and a rallying cry for a restored, vibrant culture. Chapter 159. The price of redemption. Personal sacrifices and courageous acts highlight the true cost of reclaiming freedom and authentic memory. Every story of loss and triumph underscores the emotional toll of resisting manipulated truth. Those who fought for redemption bear scars, both seen and unseen, that serve as reminders of their struggle. Yet these sacrifices also fuel the collective determination to build a better future. The price of redemption is paid in moments of heartbreak and acts of unsung heroism. Each sacrifice is honored as a necessary step toward restoring the integrity of human identity. The tales of courage and loss spread like legends, inspiring future generations to stand against oppression. In the echoes of these sacrifices, the true value of freedom and the cost of its reclamation are etched into history. Every act of redemption reinforces the belief that the struggle for truth is worth the pain. Thus, the price of redemption becomes a sacred measure of the resilience of the human spirit. Chapter 160. Building a better future. Communities worldwide join hands to forge a society built on transparency, responsibility, and mutual respect. The collective effort to rebuild begins with the recognition that true progress must be ethical and inclusive. New social structures and institutions are established, guided by the lessons of a manipulated past. Every initiative is rooted in the belief that authentic memory is the cornerstone of a free and vibrant society. People work together to create systems that value creativity, critical thinking, and empathy. The vision for a better future is articulated in grassroots movements, global treaties, and everyday acts of kindness. Collaborative projects span from local community centers to international alliances dedicated to sustainable development. Every step taken toward rebuilding is celebrated as a victory over the forces that once sought to control memory. The future is envisioned as a tapestry of diverse cultures, united by a shared commitment to truth. Thus, with unwavering determination, communities worldwide build a better future, a future where freedom and authenticity reign. Arc 13. Global Transformation. Chapter 165. The dawn of a new epoch. A sweeping transformation in science, art, and governance marks the beginning of a global renaissance. Every corner of the world feels the pulse of change as old paradigms are challenged and reformed. Innovators and leaders come together to redefine what progress means in a post-TRN world. This new epoch is characterized by a commitment to ethical innovation and human dignity. Every breakthrough and reform signals a departure from the dark legacy of manipulated memory. The transformation is profound, reshaping societal structures and cultural identities on a global scale. New technologies are embraced not just for efficiency, but for their potential to uplift humanity. Art, literature, and music flourish in a renaissance that celebrates diversity and shared heritage. Governments and institutions are reformed, reflecting the collective desire for transparency and justice. Thus, the dawn of a new epoch heralds a future where every breakthrough is a step toward a more enlightened world. Chapter 166. Ethical innovation takes center stage. Leaders and industry pioneers champion the principle that technological progress must be guided by ethical considerations. Innovations are no longer measured solely by their efficiency, but by their impact on human dignity and freedom. Every new development is scrutinized for its potential to both empower and uplift society. Ethical innovation becomes the cornerstone of a reformed global order, a promise to never repeat the mistakes of the past. Industries realign their goals, embracing responsibility as an integral part of progress. This shift in perspective transforms markets and research, ensuring that technology serves the common good. Public discourse centers on the balance between advancement and the preservation of authentic human experience. Every policy and regulation is crafted to prevent future abuses and to foster a culture of accountability. The movement for ethical innovation spreads, inspiring a wave of reforms across every sector. Thus, ethical innovation takes center stage, guiding the evolution of society toward a future defined by integrity. Chapter 167. Breaking down barriers, advanced communication systems, and innovative platforms dissolve old divisions that once separated cultures and ideologies. Barriers of language, geography, and tradition give way to a global community interconnected by technology and empathy. Every new network link and digital forum brings people closer, fostering understanding and cooperation. The old walls of isolation crumble in the face of an unprecedented exchange of ideas and cultures. This breaking down of barriers is celebrated as a triumph of progress over prejudice. Communities that once lived in isolation now share knowledge and experiences freely. Every breakthrough in communication sparks a renaissance of multicultural dialogue and creativity. The world becomes a mosaic of interconnected lives, united by a shared commitment to truth and unity. Digital bridges replace physical boundaries, transforming global society into a truly interconnected network. Thus, as barriers fall, the foundation is laid for a unified world that cherishes diversity and collaboration. Chapter 168. Formation of a Global Ethical Council. An international body is established to oversee technological development and ensure that innovation serves humanity's highest ideals. This Global Ethical Council is composed of leaders, scientists, philosophers, and cultural icons from every corner of the world. Its mandate is clear: to provide oversight, guidance, and accountability for all technological progress. The formation of the Council marks a significant step toward a future where ethics are paramount in every decision. Every member is committed to upholding the principles of transparency, justice, and mutual respect. The Council's formation is celebrated as a beacon of hope, a commitment to preventing the abuses of the past. In its deliberations, ancient wisdom is merged with modern science to create a balanced framework for progress. Every decision made by the Council reflects a deep commitment to the well-being of all life forms. The Global Ethical Council becomes a trusted guardian of truth and innovation in a rapidly changing world. Thus, its formation heralds a new era of responsible and inclusive progress on a global scale. Chapter 169. The Universal Language emerges. A breakthrough in cross-species communication gives rise to a universal language that unites humans and Pokémon alike. This new language transcends traditional barriers, enabling a richer, more meaningful exchange of ideas and emotions. Every word spoken in this language carries the weight of shared experience and mutual understanding. It becomes a tool for bridging gaps between diverse cultures, species, and dimensions. The emergence of a universal language symbolizes the profound interconnectedness of all life. In every conversation, the language serves as a reminder that the future is built on unity and empathy. Scholars, artists, and diplomats alike celebrate this new mode of communication as a revolutionary development. Its adoption transforms international relations and everyday interactions alike, fostering a sense of global community. The universal language is both a practical tool and a powerful symbol of a harmonious future. Thus, its emergence marks a significant milestone in the journey toward global unity. Chapter 170: Scientific Miracles and Sustainable Progress. Collaborative research across nations produces cures, clean energy solutions, and groundbreaking innovations that benefit the entire planet. Every scientific miracle is celebrated as a triumph of ethical progress and human ingenuity. New discoveries in renewable energy and medicine pave the way for a sustainable, balanced future. Researchers work together with a shared commitment to ensure that progress uplifts every life. The emphasis on sustainable progress transforms industries and governments, setting new standards for development. Every breakthrough is a testament to the power of collaboration in overcoming global challenges. Innovations are designed with the future in mind, ensuring that technological advancement does not come at the expense of the environment. This era of sustainable progress becomes a guiding light for policymakers and citizens alike. Every miracle of science reinforces the belief that responsible innovation can create a better world. Thus, scientific miracles and sustainable progress become the twin pillars of a transformed global society. Chapter 171: A Renaissance of Art and Culture. Artists, musicians, and writers merge traditional influences with futuristic visions to create works that celebrate unity and diversity. This renaissance is a cultural rebirth, a flowering of creativity that transcends time and space. Every piece of art becomes a fusion of past and future, telling stories that resonate across dimensions. Public festivals and exhibitions showcase the vibrant, diverse expressions of a world united in creativity. The Renaissance sparks new artistic movements that blend ancient traditions with modern technology. Every creation is a testament to the enduring power of human imagination and cultural heritage. Artists collaborate with scientists and philosophers to explore the interplay between memory, identity, and innovation. The vibrant cultural landscape inspires communities to embrace diversity and celebrate shared human experience. This renaissance becomes a driving force for social change and global unity. Thus, the rebirth of art and culture marks a profound transformation in how society expresses and experiences truth. Chapter 172: A New Model of Governance. Political systems are reformed around principles of transparency, accountability, and social justice. Leaders from around the world embrace a new model that prioritizes the well-being of all citizens. Every policy is crafted with an unwavering commitment to ethical innovation and the preservation of authentic memory. The new model of governance is built on dialogue, mutual respect, and the responsible use of technology. Reform is enacted at every level, from local communities to international bodies, ensuring that power is exercised with integrity. This transformation reshapes the way societies are managed, putting the needs of the people first. Every reformed institution stands as a symbol of hope for a future where truth and justice prevail. The collaborative spirit that once fueled the rebellion now guides political discourse and decision-making. The new model of governance is both a rejection of the past abuses and a blueprint for a better future. Thus, a reimagined system of governance emerges, founded on the principles of ethical leadership and collective responsibility. Chapter 173: Bridging the Divide. Unexpected alliances between humans and Pokémon spark innovations across multiple fields. These alliances serve as a bridge between diverse species and cultures, fostering unprecedented collaboration. Every partnership becomes a powerful symbol of unity, demonstrating that differences can be a source of strength. Innovations in communication, healthcare, and environmental sustainability emerge from these cross-species collaborations. The divide that once separated worlds is steadily eroded by a shared commitment to progress. Every breakthrough in joint venture is a testament to the boundless potential of diversity. The alliances inspire both science and art, blending ancient symbiosis with modern technology. They serve as a reminder that true progress is achieved when all life forms work together in harmony. The bridges built between species redefine what it means to coexist in a global community. Thus, unexpected alliances forge a new reality where every difference is celebrated and every divide mended. Chapter 174. Global Festivals of Unity. International celebrations become grand festivals that honor the diversity and creativity of the new era. Every festival is a vibrant display of art, music, dance, and culinary traditions from across the globe. These cultural gatherings bring people together, dissolving barriers and fostering genuine connection. They serve as living celebrations of unity, where every individual's heritage is valued and showcased. Festivals of unity transform public spaces into canvases of shared joy and collective memory. Every performance and exhibition is a testament to the power of cultural exchange in healing divisions. The global celebrations inspire new traditions and rituals that celebrate the human spirit. They are marked by both exuberant festivity and a deep respect for the lessons of the past. The festivals become a rallying point for a world united by common aspirations and mutual respect. Thus, global festivals of unity shine as luminous symbols of a future defined by harmony and creativity. Chapter 175. The Heartbeat of Progress. Every innovation and act of creativity becomes a testament to the boundless potentials of the human spirit. The heartbeat of progress resonates through every breakthrough, every work of art, and every collaborative endeavor. This pulse of innovation is felt in the rhythms of daily life and the grand aspirations of society. It is the force that drives change, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. Every moment of progress is celebrated as a victory for truth, freedom, and the unyielding human will. The heartbeat is both a metaphor and a reality, a constant reminder that progress is alive and evolving. It fuels the collective determination to build a better world from the ashes of the old. Every technological marvel and creative masterpiece contributes to this living pulse of advancement. The heartbeat of progress unites diverse voices in a symphony of shared achievement. Thus, every act of creativity becomes the pulse that drives society forward into an era of limitless potential. Chapter 176. A blueprint for the future. Global leaders and visionaries come together to draft a comprehensive plan for sustainable ethical growth. This blueprint is a detailed roadmap that envisions a future where innovation and responsibility go hand in hand. Every element of the plan is designed to safeguard human dignity and the integrity of authentic memory. The blueprint lays out strategies for rebuilding society on foundations of transparency, justice, and collaboration. It is crafted with input from every corner of the globe, reflecting a truly collective vision for progress. Every provision is a promise to uphold the lessons learned from the dark legacy of manipulation. The plan is as pragmatic as it is idealistic, balancing technological potential with ethical imperatives. Global consultations and forums shape the blueprint, ensuring that it represents the hopes of all peoples. The comprehensive nature of the plan provides a solid foundation for the future, a future built on unity and sustainable growth. Thus, the blueprint for the future stands as a visionary guide, lighting the path toward a harmonious, equitable world. Chapter 177. The convergence of ideals. Communities worldwide begin to converge under a shared vision of progress, justice, and accountability. Old divisions give way as diverse cultures and ideologies find common ground in the pursuit of truth. Every gathering, from local assemblies to international summits, echoes with the sound of converging ideals. This convergence transforms conflicts into opportunities for mutual understanding and collaboration. Every idea and every dream is woven together into a rich tapestry that celebrates unity and diversity. The merging of ideals creates a powerful synergy that propels society toward a brighter future. It is a moment when the collective spirit of humanity unites to overcome past divisions. Every voice, every perspective contributes to a shared vision that transcends differences. The convergence is both a culmination of the struggle against manipulation and a promise for lasting peace. Thus, the ideals of progress, justice, and accountability converge to form the bedrock of a new world. Chapter 178. The promise of tomorrow. Hope and ingenuity pave the way for a future where every breakthrough is guided by empathy and ethics. The promise of tomorrow is a vision that stretches beyond current challenges, offering a horizon filled with possibility. Every act of innovation and every expression of creativity becomes a stepping stone toward a better world. This promise is built on the unwavering belief that truth and freedom will ultimately prevail. It inspires a generation to dream boldly and to work tirelessly for a more just society. Every pledge, every commitment reinforces the resolve to build a future that honors authentic memory. The promise of tomorrow is both a goal and a guiding light, a beacon that shines through the darkest times. It is the collective hope of a world that has endured manipulation and now stands ready for transformation. Every breakthrough and every act of kindness is a testament to the limitless potential of a united humanity. Thus, the promise of tomorrow becomes a vibrant, living vision for the future, a future without boundaries. Arc 14, The Final Convergence, Chapter 179, The Bridge Between Worlds. The Harmony Nexus solidifies its role as a permanent conduit between the TRN universe and the real world. Every day, the bridge facilitates an unending exchange of ideas, art, and culture between the two realms. It stands as a symbol of the possibility that disparate worlds can coexist in mutual understanding. Every connection forged by the Nexus is a step toward a more unified, interconnected reality. The bridge is a tangible reminder that technology can be used to heal divisions rather than create them. Its presence unites people across dimensions, blurring the lines between the digital and the physical. In every transmitted message and every shared cultural artifact, the bridge reinforces the bonds of global unity. The Nexus becomes a beacon of hope, drawing communities together in pursuit of a common future. Every moment on the bridge is a testament to the power of collaboration and the triumph of ethical innovation. Thus, the bridge between worlds stands as the enduring heart of the new order, a promise of connection and unity. Chapter 180. The merging of reality's digital and physical realms begin to blend seamlessly as the boundaries between them dissolve. The merging of realities creates a fluid, dynamic world where imagination and existence converge. Every aspect of life is redefined as technology and nature intertwine in unexpected ways. The blending is both exhilarating and transformative, a symphony of change that reconfigures the essence of being. In this new era, the lines that once separated virtual from real are blurred into irrelevance. Every interaction becomes a fusion of sensory experiences, where art, science, and emotion coexist. The merging of realities opens up endless possibilities for creativity, innovation, and social connection. It challenges old paradigms and inspires a rethinking of what it means to live in a truly interconnected world. Every breakthrough and every shared moment contributes to this evolving, unified tapestry of existence. Thus, the merging of realities heralds a new age, a future where all dimensions coalesce in harmony. Chapter 181. The universal exchange, a continuous flow of art, science, and cultural expression passes freely through the Nexus. This universal exchange sparks transformative breakthroughs that reshape every facet of society. Every idea, every piece of creative output travels effortlessly between worlds, enriching both. The exchange is a dynamic dialogue, a vibrant interaction that transcends borders and boundaries. In the process, old prejudices and divisions give way to a collective celebration of shared humanity. Every transmitted creation is a testament to the limitless potential of collaboration. The universal exchange bridges gaps in understanding, fostering a global community of innovators. It redefines the concept of communication, turning every message into a catalyst for progress. Every contribution, no matter how small, plays a role in the grand tapestry of the unified world. Thus, the universal exchange becomes a cornerstone of transformation, a continuous stream of hope and innovation. Chapter 182. A testament to collaboration. Joint projects between scientists, artists, and global leaders demonstrate the power of collaboration. Every collaborative endeavor is a shining example of what can be achieved when diverse minds unite. These projects yield breakthroughs that are as much about human connection as they are about technological advancement. Every success is a testament to the belief that ethical innovation can drive sustainable progress. The collaborations are celebrated as milestones that break down the barriers of isolation and mistrust. Each joint venture is a fusion of knowledge, creativity, and compassion that inspires further cooperation. The spirit of collaboration is woven into the fabric of the new era, redefining what progress means. Every breakthrough reinforces the conviction that unity is the foundation of a better future. The global community, once fractured, now stands together as a collective force for good. Thus, the testament to collaboration shines as a guiding light for all who believe in the power of unity. Chapter 183. The healing of a fractured world. Long-held wounds begin to mend as the truth is restored and communities come together in reconciliation. The healing process is both collective and deeply personal, a journey to recover lost memories and mend broken bonds. Every act of reconciliation is a step toward healing the fractures inflicted by years of manipulation. In communities once divided by false narratives, dialogue and forgiveness foster renewal. The process of healing transforms pain into strength and sorrow into hope. Every story of recovery becomes an inspiration, proving that even the deepest wounds can heal. The world slowly rebuilds on the foundations of truth, empathy, and mutual respect. Every gesture of reconciliation reaffirms the commitment to never let manipulated memory tear society apart again. The healing of a fractured world becomes a powerful symbol of resilience and collective redemption. Thus, as wounds begin to mend, the promise of a united, healed future shines through. Chapter 184. A new global covenant. A historic treaty is signed between all stakeholders, a solemn pledge to uphold ethical innovation and environmental stewardship. This new global covenant is a comprehensive framework that binds nations, communities, and individuals to the pursuit of truth. Every signatory commits to transparency, accountability, and the protection of authentic memory. The covenant marks the official end of TRN's era of manipulation and the beginning of a truly ethical future. It establishes guidelines that ensure technology serves humanity, never subjugating it. Every clause of the treaty is a promise to honor the lessons of the past and to build a future based on integrity. The Global Covenant is celebrated as a turning point, a foundation for lasting peace and sustainable progress. In every forum, every public declaration, the Covenant is held up as a beacon of hope and renewal. The treaty transforms international relations, setting a new standard for ethical governance worldwide. Thus, the new Global Covenant unites the world in a shared commitment to truth, justice, and innovation. Chapter 185. The final reconciliation. Old divisions and historical grievances give way to a profound moment of forgiveness and unity. Enemies embrace and adversaries find common ground in the shared journey toward redemption. Every act of reconciliation is a powerful repudiation of the past manipulation of memory. In this final reconciliation, personal and collective wounds begin to heal. The moment is both emotional and transformative, a testament to the power of forgiveness. Every gesture of reconciliation paves the way for a unified future where truth reigns supreme. The final reconciliation is celebrated as the culmination of a long struggle for authenticity. It unites communities, cultures, and nations in a collective vision of hope. Every soul, once divided by manipulated history, now stands together as one. Thus, the final reconciliation marks the triumph of unity over division, setting the stage for everlasting peace. Chapter 186. The Last Echoes of Tyranny. The remnants of TRN's dark legacy are consigned to history, disappearing like echoes in the wind. Every vestige of manipulated memory is systematically dismantled and erased. The oppressive mechanisms of control are exposed for what they were, a relic of a bygone era. In their place, transparency and accountability emerge as the new standards for progress. The last echoes of tyranny serve as a solemn reminder of the past and a catalyst for future vigilance. Every effort is made to ensure that such manipulation never takes root again. The fall of TRN's influence is celebrated in both public triumph and quiet reflection. Every record, every document is purged of falsehood, restoring the integrity of history. The liberation from tyranny empowers communities to shape their own destinies. Thus, the final echoes of tyranny fade away, replaced by a commitment to truth and freedom. Chapter 187. A celebration of unity. Massive festivals and cultural events erupt around the globe, celebrating the emergence of a harmonious, interconnected world. Every celebration is a vivid expression of collective joy and the triumph of diversity over division. Art, music, dance, and literature flourish in a renaissance that unites communities and nations. These celebrations serve as a powerful reminder that unity is not only possible but essential. Every festival is an act of defiance against the legacy of manipulated memory. They bring together people from all walks of life to honor the shared heritage of humanity. Public spaces transform into stages for expression, where every voice is heard and every story matters. The celebrations are both grand and intimate, a reflection of the deep bonds forged through struggle and redemption. Every moment of unity is cherished, inspiring future generations to value diversity and collaboration. Thus, a celebration of unity marks the dawn of a new era of collective hope and shared prosperity. Chapter 188: The New World Blueprint. Detailed plans for sustainable, ethical development guide the reconstruction of society from the ground up. This New World Blueprint is a comprehensive roadmap for progress that values human dignity and ecological balance. Every aspect of the plan is designed to ensure that the mistakes of the past are never repeated. Innovative policies and collaborative frameworks are implemented at every level of governance. The blueprint integrates technology with ethics, art with science, and tradition with modernity. Every initiative is a step toward building a society that honors both progress and heritage. The detailed plan becomes a guiding light for a future where innovation is tempered with responsibility. Public institutions, private enterprises, and global communities rally behind this visionary framework. Every element of the blueprint is scrutinized, refined, and embraced as a foundation for lasting change. Thus, the New World Blueprint lays the groundwork for a future defined by equity, sustainability, and truth. Chapter 189: Guardians of the Future. The awakened Galads and global councils unite as the steadfast guardians of this renewed order. Every guardian is entrusted with the task of protecting authentic memory and ensuring ethical governance. Their roles are both symbolic and practical, a constant vigilance against the forces of manipulation. In every community, these guardians stand as pillars of resilience and hope. They work tirelessly to educate, monitor, and preserve the truth for future generations. Every act of guardianship is a commitment to honor the sacrifices made in the struggle for freedom. Their unity and dedication are a testament to the enduring power of collective action. The guardians become a beacon for a future where innovation serves humanity, not enslaves it. Every measure they take reinforces the belief that truth and freedom are inseparable. Thus, the guardians of the future stand as the eternal stewards of a world rebuilt on authenticity and trust. Chapter 190: The Legacy of the Digital Architect George R. B's extraordinary journey from an ordinary man to the visionary digital architect is chronicled as a timeless legacy. His transformation, wrought by both unintended consequences and courageous choices, becomes an enduring cautionary tale. Every chapter of his life is interwoven with the fate of the world he helped create and then redeem. His legacy is one of innovation, responsibility, and the relentless pursuit of truth. The digital architect's story inspires future generations to harness their creativity ethically and fearlessly. Every decision he made, every sacrifice endured, is celebrated as part of the rich tapestry of human progress. His journey serves as a reminder that even in the darkest times, one individual can ignite a revolution. The legacy is not merely personal, it is a shared narrative that belongs to all who believe in freedom. Every retelling of his story reinforces the ideals of accountability and hope. Thus, the legacy of the digital architect endures, a beacon of caution, inspiration, and the power of redemption. Chapter 191: The Eternal Bridge of Imagination. The Harmony Nexus continues to shine as a permanent bridge, ensuring continuous exchange between realms. Its presence is a testament to the boundless creativity that unites disparate worlds. Every interaction across the bridge is a reaffirmation that imagination can overcome even the deepest divisions. The Eternal Bridge serves as a channel for art, science, culture, and truth, a living monument to collaboration. Its constant glow is a reminder that the spirit of innovation endures, transcending time and space. In every message sent and every idea exchanged, the bridge reinforces the possibility of unity. It stands as a symbol of a future where creativity and truth are intertwined. Every traveler across the bridge carries with them the promise of a more connected, empathetic world. The eternal nature of the bridge reflects the everlasting power of human imagination. Thus, the bridge of imagination remains a timeless link between realms, a beacon for generations to come. Chapter 192. A testament to resilience, personal stories of triumph, sacrifice, and renewal serve as enduring inspirations for future generations. Every narrative of survival in the face of manipulated memory is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. These stories are shared in hushed tones and celebrated publicly as monuments to hope. They remind the world that even under the harshest conditions, the quest for truth endures. Every act of courage and every sacrifice is etched into the collective memory of a liberated people. The testimonies of resilience inspire not only those who fought, but also those who will continue the struggle. They are the living proof that despite adversity, the human spirit can overcome and rebuild. Every story reinforces the belief that truth and freedom are worth every hardship endured. In these personal narratives, the legacy of the rebellion is immortalized for all time. Thus, a testament to resilience shines as a guiding light for the future, a beacon of unwavering hope. Chapter 193. Celebrating infinite diversity, cultural exchanges flourish as the beauty of differences is celebrated on a global scale. Every tradition, language, and art form is embraced as part of the rich mosaic of humanity. The celebration of infinite diversity becomes a cornerstone of the new era, uniting people through shared experiences. Festivals, exhibitions, and communal events highlight the unique contributions of every culture. In the vibrant tapestry of diversity, the scars of a manipulated past are healed by the power of inclusion. Every cultural expression is cherished as a vital thread in the fabric of a united world. This celebration is not only a tribute to human creativity, but also a powerful act of resistance against homogenization. Every voice, every style, and every tradition is honored as essential to the collective narrative. The celebration of diversity inspires innovation and reinforces the belief that unity does not mean uniformity. Thus, infinite diversity is celebrated, a living, breathing testament to the beauty of the human experience. Chapter 194. The Dawn of a Limitless Future. With every challenge met and every innovation embraced, the world steps confidently into a future without boundaries. The legacy of manipulation and struggle is transformed into a foundation for limitless possibility. Every breakthrough, every act of creativity becomes a stepping stone toward a future replete with promise. The dawn of this new era is marked by the convergence of truth, technology, and humanity. People everywhere look forward with hope, inspired by the resilient spirit that has carried them this far. Every barrier that once divided is replaced by bridges of collaboration and shared purpose. The future is envisioned as a place where progress is guided by ethics, empathy, and the relentless pursuit of truth. Every individual plays a role in shaping a world that is both innovative and deeply humane. The limitless future is a canvas upon which the dreams of generations can be painted in vibrant colors. Thus, as the world embraces a dawn of unbounded potential, the promise of a truly free and united tomorrow is realized. Arc 15. A Brighter, Limitless Tomorrow, Chapter 195. Destiny rewritten, empowered by ethical innovation and global collaboration. Humanity reclaims its narrative and shapes its destiny. Every individual takes control of their own story, rewriting the future in the light of truth. The legacy of TRN is transformed into a catalyst for profound personal and collective change. In this new era, destiny is no longer dictated by manipulation, but forged by the free will of a united people. Every breakthrough is celebrated as a victory over the past dark shadows, heralding a rebirth of hope. The rewriting of destiny is a collective act, a powerful declaration of freedom and self-determination. Every community, every culture contributes to a vibrant mosaic of shared progress and mutual respect. The new destiny is one that honors the lessons of history while embracing the promise of innovation. Every step forward is a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Thus, destiny is rewritten, a bold new chapter in the epic saga of freedom and authenticity. Chapter 196. A universe in harmony. Science, art, and philosophy converge to create a balanced ecosystem that sustains both worlds. Every field of human endeavor is woven into a harmonious tapestry where innovation and ethics coexist. The universe is reimagined as a place where diversity is celebrated and every voice contributes to the collective melody. Technological marvels and cultural expressions merge seamlessly, creating a dynamic, inclusive future. Every advancement is guided by principles that honor both progress and the intrinsic value of life. In this balanced ecosystem, conflicts are resolved through dialogue and mutual understanding. Every innovation is tempered with empathy, ensuring that the future is built on respect and collaboration. The harmony between the real and the engineered realms sets a new standard for global coexistence. Every element of the universe resonates with the promise of unity, sustainability, and creativity. Thus, a universe in harmony becomes the ultimate vision for a future defined by balance and compassion. Chapter 197. The Eternal Dance of Imagination. The interplay between reality and creativity becomes a ceaseless source of wonder and progress. Every act of imagination is celebrated as an integral part of the human experience, a dance that never ends. In this eternal dance, ideas flow freely between art, science, and philosophy, creating a vibrant rhythm of life. Every moment of creativity is a spark that fuels further innovation and exploration. The dance is both spontaneous and structured, a beautiful paradox that drives humanity forward. Every individual participates in this ongoing celebration of thought and expression. The interplay between reality and imagination blurs the lines between the possible and the extraordinary. Every creation becomes a testament to the transformative power of human ingenuity. This eternal dance inspires not only technological breakthroughs, but also profound cultural shifts. Thus, the eternal dance of imagination continues, an endless celebration of the creative spirit that defines us all. Chapter 198. New legends arise. Future generations begin to craft their own myths, inspired by the epic journey of George R. B. and Giovanni Azriel. Every legend is a story of resilience, creativity, and the triumph of truth over manipulation. These new legends serve as cultural touchstones that guide and inspire the next wave of innovators and dreamers. Each tale is woven with the threads of sacrifice, hope, and the relentless pursuit of a better world. The legends become a part of the collective memory, a heritage that honors both the struggles and the victories of the past. Every new myth is a beacon, lighting the way for those who dare to imagine a future without bounds. They speak of heroes, of reconciliations, and of a destiny rewritten by the brave and the visionary. The legends are shared in hushed tones, in grand celebrations, and in the classrooms of tomorrow. Every story adds to the rich tapestry of human history, a legacy of courage and unyielding hope. Thus, new legends arise, ensuring that the spirit of the revolution lives on in the hearts of all. Chapter 199. The light of possibility. Every breakthrough, every act of kindness shines as a beacon of hope in the united realms. The light of possibility illuminates even the darkest corners of a world once marred by manipulation. Every small act of courage adds to the brilliance that guides the collective journey forward. In the glow of innovation and empathy, the promise of a better future is made manifest. The light dispels doubt, fear, and the lingering shadows of a manipulated past. Every individual, empowered by truth and unity, contributes to this radiant force. The light of possibility is a constant reminder that hope is an ever-present, transformative power. It inspires people to dream boldly and to work tirelessly for a future defined by freedom. Every shining moment becomes a stepping stone toward the realization of a limitless tomorrow. Thus, the light of possibility burns bright, an enduring symbol of hope and the promise of a united future. Chapter 200. A brighter tomorrow in a final triumphant moment. The TRN universe and the real world step forward together into an era defined by responsibility, creativity, and limitless potential. Every boundary that once divided is erased as truth and unity converge in a radiant new dawn. The sacrifices, struggles, and triumphs of the past become the foundation for a future built on trust and innovation. Every citizen, every guardian, and every visionary plays their part in creating a world where freedom reigns. The future is envisioned as a place where ethical innovation and authentic memory guide every step. Every breakthrough and every act of compassion contributes to a tapestry of endless possibility. In this moment of convergence, the legacy of TRN is transformed into a powerful lesson of resilience and redemption. Every challenge met and every obstacle overcome paves the way for a society that values both progress and humanity. The promise of a brighter tomorrow is not a distant dream. It is a living reality built by the united efforts of all. Thus, with hearts full of hope and eyes fixed on the horizon, the world steps into a new era of limitless potential. Epilogue. In the years that follow, the story of TRN, The Awakened, and the transformative journey of George R. B., as both the digital architect and the unwitting creator of Giovanni Azriel, becomes a timeless legend. It serves as a cautionary reminder of the perils of unchecked ambition and as an inspiring beacon of hope. Through the enduring power of the harmony nexus and the united efforts of all beings, the boundaries between imagination and reality dissolve. The legacy of manipulated memory is replaced by a future where ethical innovation, compassion, and creativity guide every step. Stories of sacrifice, courage, and redemption are passed down through generations as reminders of the cost of freedom. Every act of defiance, every collaborative breakthrough, is celebrated as a victory over tyranny. The New World stands as a testament to the strength of the human spirit, a spirit that never stops striving for truth. In every corner of society, the lessons of the past illuminate the path to a future of limitless possibility. The journey from oppression to liberation is chronicled in art, literature, and the collective memory of all who dare to dream. Thus, the saga of the digital architect presents George's R.B. story self-insert as Giovanni Azriel. Story 1 lives on as a timeless legend, a beacon guiding humanity toward a limitless and harmonious tomorrow. End of Story 1 note. This complete reimagined saga preserves every major element of the original narrative while reorganizing the epic tale into 15 arcs and 200 chapters. In a full-length manuscript, each chapter would be rendered into its own richly detailed narrative scene, deepening character development, conflict, and thematic exploration. This is the complete story, the end.